Buttons
and
head.
he's leading my people.
It would have been somebody who could have de-escalated the situation.
This is him.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I'm not on nobody's side. I'm not blaming nobody. Like, that shit was really an accident. But that's the problem, is that it was an accident. People are dying over an accident because of an argument. Like,
You see, it's over an accident and all of this, you know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of listen because I don't want to just start calling people names and you're stupid. And bro, I'm gonna just chill because you know me. I'll jump
Yeah,
out the window. I'm not even gonna do that tonight, bro.
right. Let me get my layover, you know. But we dissecting some shit. This is Dr. Hood. We back in the building with another exclusive DRH19D. If you didn't know, hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Hit that bell for notifications. We over here, RIP Takeoff. This another tragic event. It seemed like it happens every week. You know, it's
How
not
long
even
ago
like
was the PNB Rock Show, King?
maybe 2 months, maybe.
That
You
that
know,
that's been too much,
maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe a month and a half. Maybe five
man, bro.
weeks. You know,
Oh man, that shit
and
seemed like we just did that show, bro.
here we are. You know, then we just had our situation with a homie in the hood, in our hood.
Right.
Um, you know, it's too common. You know, I don't think people are waking up. I think people are choosing violence, choosing this lifestyle. I mean, you know, like I said, I did music before. You know, my music wasn't the ABC 1, 2, 3, We Are the World, helped it, let's change the future type of music. So I participated in this verbal genocide also. You know, I just want to, and I admit that some of the stuff that I was putting out there, that shit was coming back. It was coming back to me. The energy, that type of energy, those type of thugs, those type of um, people that didn't have my best interests, you know, first. You know, they wasn't thinking about me elevating, you know, crabs in a bucket type of mentality. You know,
Yes, sir.
all of that followed me. All of it. You know, I didn't duck none of that. You know, everything they said that the hood was, uh, that the hood promised, you know, death, jail, agony, pain, you know, betrayal, you know, everything that they said that the hood was gonna be, it happened, man. I think that's huge, you know, for people that think that it's not gonna happen to them or they still young, they fresh, and they're not even thinking about this. Some dudes are on their way to a dice game right now, you know, and they're not even conscious enough to think like, hey, you know, this could happen to me. This could maybe I don't want to move like this. Maybe, you know, I know those record sales and I know, you know, all of this and all of that, but you know, you got to think about it. Is your record sales and your fame and the run around so people can see you with your ice on and you know all of this, is that more important than actually living, you know? So it's huge. It's huge. Welcome down Ram in the building. Welcome down Ram. You know, I'm gonna drop the link in case anybody want to come up. You know,
Yeah, bring him on.
it's an open panel. You know, we always got the open panel popping, open panel policy. But let me hear this Nash.
Yeah, you're right. Jail has saved a lot of people. That's why I'm like, bro, I hope Rollo don't get out of jail no time this year. I hope this nigga Rollo don't get out no time this year. I'm dead ass serious when I say this shit. I hope Rollo does not get out anytime in 2022. I'm sorry. What the fuck, bro? Bro, I'm slightly losing my shit. I hope this nigga Rollo don't get out no time this year. Rollo, come home, nigga, after Black History Month, March or something like that. Come home in March, my nigga. Fuck January. Fuck February. Come home Goddamn March 2023. I knew that shit was coming. I give you credit. That's funny as shit. I give you credit. I fucked up on that one. I've been doing that a lot as of late. Come home 2023 March. That's cool. Jill, shit, he in the halfway home. Ain't gonna be out here on the streets. A lot of fake niggas about to come around. Fake niggas bring they fake ass homies. Fake ass homies bring real ass guns. Real ass guns for fake ass drama. Fake ass drama get you killed.
Mm.
It is what it is.
Okay, Seti.
Fake ass drama will get you killed. I don't want cuz out here no time soon. Rollo ain't getting out anytime soon anyways, is he? Rollo's in a halfway home. Rollo's in a halfway home. I'm just gonna speak the truth. I don't want this nigga out. I don't want cuz out. And I know there's some of y'all niggas like, man, what about his family and all that? It would be even worse if his family was sitting up here visiting his ass dead. At a grave site and all this shit. You can't control what the next people do. I don't give a fuck how tough all these niggas talking about, all the niggas you say that you have, all of that, cuz I don't care. I do not care. I don't give a damn. And then people get mad at me for saying shit like that. The problem is more motherfuckers need to be. Why would a millionaire shoot dice in the street? Niggas got something that they feel they need to accomplish. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't gamble, so I can't really answer that for you, bro.
Answer that, Chef.
Why would $1 million nigga shoot dice in the street?
Why? What's going on?
Because $1 million nigga is still a nigga. It's a nigga with $1 million. You know what I'm saying? That's more incentive for me to be a nigga. Like what we do gotta remember, especially an old ass nigga like me. I'm 48. Right? Come on, bro. When I was 28, I was running around here acting a goddamn fool and I was broke.
Right.
You feel me, nigga? And I was broke. I had the 1,500 rotating dollars. Sometimes it was more, oftentimes it was less. Right? But I made sure to have enough money to look the part. Whatever part that was, what I was trying to look like. And ultimately, I put myself in a whole bunch of positions and situations I didn't need to be in, trying to impress some niggas who they're nobody to impress, trying to fraternize with some niggas who these niggas don't got no fraternity in them. These ain't my brothers. Yeah, they black. We unified in that course, but we don't even think the same. Yet somehow I'm in this element with them. I got a bunch of shit to lose. Right? Not to say they don't have a bunch of shit to lose. I only know the life I had, or what was going on. But this is what goes on with us niggas. You know, that's why a nigga with $1 million would be in the street shooting dice. Just like you might see $1 million nigga in the projects with a camera crew drinking a quarter water, talking about what he been through. That's what niggas do. We always revisit those elements, especially when we be young. Now, when we get older and we don't care about that, but 28, man, shit, nigga, you was just a dependent.
I was just getting out the penitentiary on that bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I say, you know, because I want the younger cats to actually, I'm trying to navigate them through so they can see the other side of the smoke. Because when you see the other side of the smoke and you realize how much your family needs you, a lot of these moves and a lot of dudes that you hanging around with, they snakes. You know, you never know when they gonna turn on you. You're gonna distance yourself from that, you know. And it ain't about being cool and being in the hood and all of that. I mean, I wish I would have knew. People told me, I had uncles, you know, they told me that these niggas wasn't shit out here in the hood and, you know, not to trust none of these motherfuckers. And You know, they just waiting for your downfall. And I used to always I was always optimistic about, you know, the people that I fuck with, the people that are on my team, the people, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, in large, that's all it was just some bullshit that I didn't, it's not something that I needed in my life, you know, to be known in the hood. And you know, because you got to go through certain shit to be known like that, you know what I'm saying? Just for certain, you know, how we known in the hood, you know, that came with a lot of bullshit, but whether people want to admit it or not, you know, because nobody's known in the hood that nobody knows, you know. So in order for me, I had to do certain things. I had to risk my freedom. I had to risk my life. And just to it all boiled down, and I don't even fuck with nobody. And it's just me and my kids and the family members that I talk to. You know, social media got everybody so distant. So we're not, you know, we don't even visit our family members like that no more. You know, I forgot
Yeah.
to call my sister on her damn birthday. I would have saw her, you know, every birthday. There wasn't a birthday that we didn't see each other. Now it's like, okay, well, let me hit her and just hit her on her wall, or, you know, tell her happy birthday. Somebody else said happy birthday. Let me comment up under that. You know, it's just getting more and more easy to distance ourselves from the real people that really love us. And
Yeah.
it's a lonely life when you get past 35.
It's a yeah, bro. It you know it's cutthroat for the most part. People only deal with you from a perspective of what can you do for them. Like, and you know that's just everything. That's just how it go.
Yeah. Let me see. Because this, I mean, you know, this is just, it's just crazy, man. Let me see what Nash talking about.
I can't really answer that for you. I don't gamble. I don't get it. I don't want to get it. None of that shit. I don't want to be one of the motherfuckers. Y'all, if y'all don't see this video at 5,000 likes, do me a solid. Put that shit in there. Put that shit in. Force all these rappers to respond to this shit. Y'all the ones who do this shit, bro. What's the word? Chicago taking it. Shout out. But I'm gone. I'll catch y'all. I got to get to the studio, bro. I guess we'll break down the messy video because apparently at 2:40, I'll give you a preview. At 2:40, you see this shit right here.
Yeah, it's bad. It's real
Do
bad.
that one. If y'all go watch my FBG Cash interview, we wasn't talking about nothing crazy. We was talking about trying to figure out some type of peace.
Right. And that's what we trying to do. And that's what I want these bigger bloggers to do, because they got the big platforms right now. Everybody's watching them. So they need to be, I understand, because it's clickbait. Everybody's gonna come in and click it. But it's up to us to have something for them to do once they get here, you know. Like, yeah, you thought we was just gonna get up on here and, you know, talk about, you know, a bunch of bullshit that's not productive to our community. It's not gonna help nobody out. Can't no 15-year-old, can't no 18-year-old resonate with nothing that we're saying, because it really a bunch of garbage, you know,
Yeah,
and
bro.
just a bunch of poison. But when you dip your head in, you know, it's gonna be a little bit different. That's what we want to bring, a different element to the table. We had a stream earlier. If y'all getting in the building, you know, hit the like button, all that. But we had an epic stream earlier. LDBC rolled up. And you know, it was a good stream. We had a bunch of people in the chat. That video still going dumb. That's why I had to go back up to just put in work. I'm ready to put in the work and build a platform, do shit, inside my household, inside my community, where we at. It's just one step at a time. But just the black on black violence as a whole, it needs to be abolished.
And I want to say this real quick. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. Niggas in certain positions, niggas who's like godfathers, grandfathers, uncle. Like when you get that type of title with these young niggas, you can't be the catalyst. You can't be the one providing the spaces for this fuckery, right? If somebody else is gonna do that, then that's what they do. That's what young niggas do. But niggas, man, who's old ass niggas, what you even doing in that environment? Just because, bro, like you shouldn't even be around that. Show a different example, manifest a different example. Cause you could say whatever, but if they see you around it, that's gonna be the place to be. Shit. So old niggas, man, the older we get, we need to start providing certain examples. And it's not enough to just have money. It's not enough to just be successful. Show a motherfucker how to live to make it to the age you did. Because that's what's important, right? That's what's about. These dudes is too comfortable not making it past 30, bro. Shit. Shit, out the hood must have stepped away or something. But yeah, man, we gotta excuse me, we gotta just be more accountable. We gotta spend more time doing constructive things. I like hanging out late night. Like, I understand. I was just at Lucky Strike the other day, but I was there on some class reunion shit. So it was a whole different environment, a whole bunch of older dudes. And not to say older dudes don't do dumb shit too. Not to say older dudes don't do dumb things, but when you fucking around with a bunch of street cats and everybody's from here, there, they all mixed up, a lot of things can happen. And then you got street money involved because for whatever reason to us, man, street money means the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was, I think it was Don King. I think he had said some shit like 50,000 in cash is $1 million to a nigga. And I don't know, man. It probably is, right? Money's important to us. Money's hella important.
Won't say nothing. Won't say nothing to him. I ain't saying nothing to him. That ain't got nothing to do with me. He did that in front of my neighbor house. I don't like that motherfucker anyway. See, that's your problem. That's your problem from the get-go, nigga. You're not worried about the overall picture.
This is chaotic truth. He be going in.
Y'all know who he is.
He be going in. He might touch you the wrong way. He might. I just want to hear his perspective on this and see where he takes. Because although he does have his perspective, he is intermixing with the Dr. Hoods and the different other people in the community. And, I just want to see if his opinion is shaping it. Where's he going with this?
Nigga, speeding down the street. It's a residential street. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. A nigga will speed down a residential street, black street. Hey, black ass nigga, why you speeding down the street? There's kids over, man. I don't give a fuck about this neighbor. Tell me I'm lying. You don't say nothing when niggas litter. You don't say nothing with niggas loiter. If it were up to me, nigga, I beat every nigga that's loitering outside of what you outside the store loitering for, nigga. Bothering people, asking them for weed, but yeah, nigga, you got that weed, nigga. If I was the police, I'd beat every last one of you. You know why I would beat you?
See, he's going too far sometimes.
Hey, bro, I'm listening to him. No, I mean, I can accept what's true. I knew he was gonna do this. I know this guy.
You know, but I definitely got to let him get his shit out. But you know, I don't want to let him keep going like I'm agreeing with everything.
Nah, man, we know you don't agree with him. What you just, man, this is his video, man. We know.
Yeah, this is his shit. He has the right to say. He got the right to say some shit that I agree with. You know, he does. Soul Power in the building. What's going on, fam?
Man, I had to get on after I heard this jive right here, man. God, you know what? I think it's a problem in the community with people trying to be contrarians for views. You know, I think it's too much clout chasing. I understand what you're trying to say, but ultimately this hurts us because you end up speaking from a white supremacist standpoint.
Oh, see, I didn't even look at it like that, but now see, we might be touching on something.
Yeah,
let me let him get some traction.
Leave civilians alone. Quit fucking up the economy, nigga. Every time you niggas are outside these gas stations, people don't want to come here. You're messing up the economy. Every time you niggas shoot and kill each other, people don't want to come. Not you do it in the down. I saw a video out of San Diego 6 months ago. Niggas openly shooting at each other with fucking AR-15s outside of it's in downtown with San Diego. Who the fuck do you think is providing for the economy? It ain't niggas, it's whites. Imagine if a whole bunch of whites say, hey, man, we ain't going down there no more. That's sketchy. It's getting kind of bad over there. Then you will have an entire city that looks like Detroit over violence, over nonsense. You're destructive. You're destructive, and it's going to take a black man like me to say it. You're destructive, and you're niggas, and you act degenerate, and everything that Darwin, everything that Gandhi, everything that these people said 100, 200 years ago is factual. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. You shoot and kill each other indiscriminately. Then you will say, well, the white man invented the gun. Man, I wish I could take you niggas that say the white man invented the gun and throw your black asses in the Grand Canyon. Get the fuck away from me.
Talk about it. Talk about it, fellas. Talk about it.
Well, I'm going to say this. This dude is a Nigerian, right? He don't have the same vitriol when he speaks about his country and the bullshit that goes on in Nigeria, right? I've heard him speak very negative about, and I'm going to use this as the good brother Tariq Nasheed says, foundational Black Americans. He don't have the same vitriol and gall for his people as he does for us here in America.
Right.
We dealing with some particular circumstances, and throughout the year, we look throughout our time here on this continent, we've been dealing with perpetuation of our people ultimately hurting ourselves due to lack of compassion and a lack of being on code with each other, right? Because we fallen prey to white supremacy. So you coming over here and you talking these Nazi talking points, these white ring talking points over here trying to get views, but I don't see you with that same gall for your own personal people. Brother, I put it like this. If let's say Dr. Hood, if we decided we wanted to go to Nigeria in the next 3 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we leave outside of Lagos, we better have us military on standby, because we will get snatched up. We will be held for ransom. And even if they get the money, guess what they gonna do to our ass? Man, we're gonna be goddamn crocodile food. That's how it is over there. They don't talk. So they got this vitriol for us. No, but this is a global thing. there is we have a disposition for ourselves against ourselves. Man, Africa is the most tribalistic place in the world. You talking all of this stuff? This is a microcosm of the masses. It's a focal point on us as Black people to see the negativity. But we, like I said, we are microcosm of the macro. We are literally the dark. The way we operate just like the oppressor. They just don't have an ocular placed on the negative. Every other group of people has a negative or a lower class, right? But they don't have the focal point. The issue is that we don't have a centered. We don't galvanize on or the brilliance. You know what I'm saying? The brights, and we don't separate ourselves from that. And I think ultimately that's what it's going to take for us to be. I don't believe in this utopia. All Black people got to get on code and get together. No, the ones who are going to get it together, we go lock in, and the ones who ain't, they just go fall off. Darwinism. I'm sorry, but this stuff that he talking right here, this dude sound like Hitler, and he can go back to Nigeria with that shit. And I stand on that, and my ancestors standing with me.
That was that was extremely eloquent and extremely consistent with how this nigga makes me feel, dog. Like, I mean, bro, like, I don't really know who he's trying to impress with all the extra. I mean, man, you lose me, bro. And that's that Charleston White shit. That's that weird shit that I can't really get behind. It's one thing to hold us accountable and push the idea of correction, but when you start talking all wild like that, I'd be hoping like you could get in a situation, man. I want you to get the opportunity, because the type of niggas who you talking about, they'll really remix you, bro. If you really off that, if you're really on that. But we all know this is sensationalism. So I take it with a grain of salt. I used to like get mad, fly off the handle. Bro, I don't even get mad no more. Because you like he just said, nigga, you doing this for views, and I guess we're doing it for views, but you doing it for clout type views. Like, you're not really an informationalist, bro. You know, you're a sensationalist, and you're the last thing we need. So I don't, I've never fucked with this guy. I know who this nigga is, bro.
Yeah. Well, I just want to, I guess he might get into it a little bit, but just for the youth that come up in here, because I'm gonna be like, this shit gonna be up 3-4 years. I send them a link, like, little nigga, sit your ass down and listen to this live stream. Like, I want to get this shit on point like that, because everybody's falling in a line. It's just kind of amazing how just, from different channels and walks of life and different areas, like, we all kind of like coming together and everybody is kind of on the same page, So, I want to get a lot of that out there. But his views, well, yeah, let me get back to that. He's got a lot of people that think like this. And this guy will be on your jury, when you do jury selection, he'll be on there, for those guys that running around thinking they could commit crimes and stuff, and then think that they could just hide behind, well, you can't really hide behind the black, but I would like to believe that if there's a couple black people on my jury, that it'd be better than an all white jury, right? So these guys are tired. These chaotic truths. Because when I first heard them, my exact response was what you guys just said. So I did a reaction video on it. I begged them, in my words. It was all out of YouTube fun, but I had to just come. It touched me enough to wanna do a reaction. And then when I was over there on the panel, just battling with all those dudes over there that think, on the same thing. They think all these little youth and, lock their ass up, don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Don't give them due process, just lock them up. They're degenerates, this is how they talk. And it's a lot of them and they're black. So, there's, like you said, divided we fall. Like we're so divided as a people, and that should scare somebody that's out here doing crime, because those dudes, they got a whole coalition. Just listen to this guy.
From us. You niggas that sit up there and talk about white supremacy, get away from us. Get away from blacks like us. Because your mindset is keeping us behind. If you ain't gonna, you know what? Fuck this. Umar Johnson, what's my fraternity brother? What's the nigga's name, man? Roland Martin. If you ain't gonna approach this, if Tariq Nasheed, what's the one nigga who pretends to be an Egyptian but he really is a capitalist? If Brother Polite, if you won't address it, I'm gonna call y'all. Y'all niggas are bullshitters. Address the real problems, nigga. The real problems is that we have a problem in the black community, and if you niggas don't address it, we will be gang banging. We will be shooting at each other. We will be shooting dice in the year 2200. But you know what, though? The white man, he's going to be fucking traveling to Sirius A and B. What's Sirius A and B? It's a star constellation, you dumb fucking idiot. See? Niggas don't even know that. What happened last night to Takeoff was absolutely absurd.
This dude is crazy, bro.
It's wild. LaShawn with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, LaShawn. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm pissed off. Carlos says Deion Sanders has a great video addressing his players about this. Thank you so much, Carlos, for that $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Tell me if I'm getting chaotic enough tonight. Mike from Boston says on fire tonight. Salute.
Shut up,
Pissed
man.
off.
Hey, Dr. Hood, you mind if I chime in?
With the $5 super chat
go
says,
ahead.
"Why is a millionaire?"
Man, this crowd that he got locked in, this is consistent of young men who was raised by bullshit mamas. Lost males trying to find their way into masculinity. Any brother who was raised around any level of masculine males will know this is a bullshit dude right here. Because if you've experienced anything in the world, you don't even approach it from that standpoint. As a black man, you talking like the oppressor, talking down, being preachy, all that boule talk. Man, get the fuck out of here with your goofy ass. I bet you he don't have this energy when he dealing with us in the streets, though. This is a hoe right here. I know he's not doing nothing in the community.
Hey, boss, that's what I was saying about him. Like the people he talking about, bro, you would tuck your tail as soon as you see any of them niggas. A righteous one or a demon. It could be a gremlin. It don't matter, my nigga. Any type, like you said, bro, it's like I'm listening to the oppressor right now. This is wild.
Absolutely. This is this is why this is so dangerous. White supremacy and throughout the Western hemisphere, globally, has done a number on us melanated people, because what they've done is employ people who look like us to use their talking points. Now they can have them spew their rhetoric and say, well, look, your people are saying it. No, motherfucker, you being detrimental. The way we fix this shit, the each one teach one process, it start at home, man. The good brother 78 said it earlier. The most revolutionary thing that you can do as a black man is raise a black family. And then let's take it to the next level. Hold your brethren accountable. And then let's go to the next level. When they not taking care of that, we gotta step in. I'm 34 years old. I'm married. I got 3 kids, but I also got 7 godchildren. through my homegirls, right? These is the children that I've taken on. And when I say I hold them up to the highest esteem, I hold them like they my children. These children have called me daddy in front of their fathers because I hold that true and dear. Like, brother, we have to. We have to take care of the children and bring and raise them up, right? We got to give them the game. We living in some funny times, right? But that's revolutionary right there. Understanding that as a man, I'm giving these children that I can touch all of the knowledge that I have and giving them the game of our oppressor and letting them know all the tricks. We sit here, this motherfucker talking like he playing checkers. Man, we are in chess. This is called systematic oppression. You goofy motherfucker. You are a tool of white supremacy. You think you over here spewing some gospel, yelling, man, shut that shit up. Let's see the work that you put in.
Yeah.
Goofy bastard. And furthermore, to even prove this, I saw a video of this goofy motherfucker talking about his own women, how they weren't attractive because they're homogenistic. Wait a minute. You don't even believe in your own people, your own tribe. You was talking about your own Nigerian women. I'm just telling you, this is a goofy right here. This is a goofy. And what he's spewing is dangerous. And to the young, impressionable brothers who's coming up, who's looking for that guidance, this is dangerous. This is Nazism right here. In black skin.
The last dude we should be listening to, for real. The nigga detrimental as fuck.
Yeah, this boy got a huge fucking cult following.
Well, I could tell that just by how much money they shooting him in the super chats. He's calling off. I'm all like, oh, damn, okay, he one of those. All right.
Sometimes they be on point. I mean, they overall, I think they want good for the community, but I think he's out of touch with, because like he said, both of his parents are Nigerian, so they don't know shit about the struggle that we go through. And it's not about being a victim. I think people get, when people say struggle, they think that a motherfucker saying they're a victim and shit. I ain't no victim. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'd rather die than be a victim. But, to acknowledge what is going on, like, how are you going to get to where you're going if you don't know what happened? Like, when you fail, you got to know where you slipped and
or
fell.
You don't want to speak on it. That's one of the worst things a black man could do, talking about, I don't even want to talk about it. Fuck you mean you don't want to talk about it? We got to talk about it.
Def Chef, can I add to that? What, after the Holocaust, the Jews in Germany, their disposition is never forget.
Right.
Look it up. They literally, their disposition is never forget. They would never allow their people to forget what they went through and anything that can put them back in that position. And then all we got to do is look forward. 1942, Israel became a state. You saw 1947, you saw the United Nations funded their war, and boom, Israel became its own state. You know what I'm saying? Became its own municipality, its own country. But we all know that's goddamn Pakistan. I'm sorry, Iran. That's Iran. Excuse me.
Yeah. I stole this off the internet. Black people, congratulations. Another one killed. Just keep right on killing your success. Stories of American black men. You are showing the world what you truly are. Extension, Nipsey, CMB, Tupac, Biggie Smalls. Just keep going. Don't be mad when someone from another race calls you an animal when you prove it every day. I just jacked that off the internet. Somebody posted this picture, put that on there. I didn't even put his name up there, whoever did it. But, it's just, I mean, this is ridiculous. because at the end of the day, all communities have their problems, but we can't even get to over the fact that, to even look out for each other. Like every when you go out, every black person should be making sure that every black person gets back to their car safe and everybody makes it home. That should be the type of love that we got for each other that we don't have. It's like once this club's over, or it ain't even got to be over, motherfuckers shoot inside the goddamn club. And it's just not the safe place to go. And I done been to other parties with other races. I'm from Seattle. You go downtown, they got a little Asian party, white party. They got different nationalities, different races, got clubs and promoters and different shit. So they bring a different crowd, and they don't. I'm not saying nothing never happens ever, but you never hear about it. And yeah, I get it. White people kill each other more, but they also weigh more of the population.
Dr. Hood, though, the media, they purposely don't cover it. Remember, we're talking about this. Let's look at the propaganda. It's a focal point placed on us to demonize us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it don't matter where it's at. You can go to your mom's house, grandma's house. It doesn't matter. Niggas is arguing.
I completely agree. I think humans in general, in the last 40 years, I believe that just overall, just humans in general have decreased from the way we use conflict resolution, our emotional standpoint. You know what I'm saying? The flip between masculinity and femininity. I believe that there has been a complete flip, but I think there is a focus on the black community to demonize us. Like I said, the black community is a microcosm of the masses. It's just a focus on us. This is my personal opinion.
All right. So in the hood, I go to the hood because my kids don't go to school in the hood, and shit happens. Shit happens at their schools and shit. Where do you think the shit is happening though? You feel me though? It's in the black neighborhoods, those schools, those parties, those groups. White kids, they go to school. They never seen a shooting. A lot of times.
I would disagree with that. I would definitely disagree with that.
I can go get every single one of my kids' friends and just ask them all, and I bet you none of them probably ever seen a shooting.
Or if they privileged, I would say yes. They might have not seen that. But the overwhelming percentage of white people ain't privileged. Well, they privileged in the sense of their whiteness, but financially, you know what I'm saying? And I would tend to believe that, Dr. Hood, your children go to some really good schools.
Yeah, I would agree.
Exactly. But
that's what I'm saying. And then you go to them other schools, like look at the schools I went to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You seeing that every day. Motherfucker brought a gun to school. 7th grade. They shoot.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a shooting at the school. Like there's probably never been a shooting at a lot of these schools, bro. And then you go to white schools in poor neighborhoods, they don't just have, and I'm not talking about mass shootings like an idiot running up.
Right.
We're not talking about that because we already know when that happens, we already know who did that, right? But it just don't happen all the time. We're fighting over nothing. We're fighting. We're literally killing each other over nothing. Tennis shoes.
I agree. I would say for sure in the last 15 to 20 years, there's really been a regression or digression. I think that's the word. Forgive me if I'm incorrect with the verbiage, but I would definitely say that there's been a a downward slope of masculine from what the images that our children are taking in. I think it's like I said, it's a multiplicity thing. The food, the imagery, the lack of men in the household, the lack of accountability being placed. And I stand on this wholeheartedly. I tell my wife this all the time. It's a whole bunch of men who are walking around here with the code of masculinity, but they got the gall of their mother. They mamas with men's strength. Niggas don't have no conflict resolution. I'm tired of hearing people saying common sense. Common sense is poor sense. It's a whole bunch of people with no good sense. These traits aren't being taught and people aren't being held accountable. And it starts at home. As men, we have to be accountable of who we progenerate with. Yeah, man, we can stomp these streets, but man, just wrap that motherfucker up. God damn it. Niggas be having babies with goofies and garbage.
Yep, that
When we
too.
see then we watch our offspring being raised up because we have babies with garbage, and then we be detached from that child, either by court order or because of conflict with the mama.
Right.
And we just look at situations like this where brothers is making it to financial prominence, and we having issues where our financial elites are being killed.
Like, is this happening at a Justin Bieber dice game?
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Justin
Like,
Bieber.
I don't want to shit on my people, bro. I don't want to shit on nobody. But it's kind of like, how can't we see that it's us?
Because we love our oppressor. The white man come in our hood, he gets to talking a little jiving, get to jazzing and jiving, and niggas get to clapping, and we look like it is a goddamn jigaboo fest. Oh, that white boy, ugh! I don't give a motherfucker about none of that. Get that hunky up out of here. He got a wire. Yeah, that's a good one. Man, get that Jasper ass motherfucker. And you motherfuckers who celebrating that, get your ass up out of here. Man, I'm from. I ain't gonna tell you my section, but I'm from North Long Beach. I'm gonna tell you that we got white boys, and there's certain people in my section who allow them to say the word "nick."
Right.
Oh, and he been raised around them. He got a black baby mama. He knows he has white skin. He has a disposition that we would never ever be able to experience. And I bet you this: if we had 100 million and he has $0, he wouldn't trade our skin. Because, and I just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being overzealous in the conversation, let me know, brother. I am not above reproach, and I love constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? These type of conversations I indulge in. So, yeah, sir.
Now we're just trying to crack the surface. You know, I just want to hear it. I just want to hear it. You know, as it gets exhausting and exhausting and exhausting. You know, and more embarrassing. You know, I just want to get a little info of
Yeah, we talk like
solutions.
this, bro. The problem with niggas now, these niggas is too sensitive. They be tough as fuck. They'll kill you over some dumb shit. But soon as like you really question their commitment to being a black man or to being a productive individual or something like that, it get real crazy. So I don't got no problem with it. And I tell you another thing, nigga, I'll go a step further. We do love our oppressor. Not necessarily the niggas on this panel, right? Because that ain't what we talking about. We talking about our nationalism and where we stand as a people. Fuck yeah, bro. We love our oppressor.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's to the point where, like how I'm admitting it with this thing, we'll admit that shit with pride. Like this nigga talking. this that nigga, that what's his name? Total Chaos. Hello?
Yeah, no, I'm here, family. I'm not familiar with the brother.
Was that his name, Total Chaos?
Oh, that you talk about the goofy Nigerian dude?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, see, like, yeah, man, like dudes like him, like you can tell he loves his oppressor.
Yeah, Zaddy worship.
You could tell. Like he ain't trying to hold us accountable like you and Dr. Hood is doing. Nah, bro, this nigga's a straight up and down clown.
For
And
sure.
and his following just goes to show how many of us think like that. For the most part, none of us should fuck with this dude. He should have a very small pocket of black people. But this dude's he's getting his ideas financed. They sending bank into this clown.
Yes, sir.
Man, bro, that's
So
so
he got a whole panel. We about to dig in because there's other niggas too. Oh my God, here's one right here.
Dev Chef, can I add to that?
This guy's fucking ridiculous. Hold up. Cause they be going in. Let me see. This one dude, man, oh my God.
I'm gonna land my plane.
You said what?
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna land my plane.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we speaking on accountability, it also comes with responsibility. If you're not contributing positive results, but you got a whole bunch of a critique, get your ass the fuck up out of here. And I stand on that.
Right. Willie B, what up, fam?
What's up?
Let me get this okay, so man, you guys just kick back, man, because I be in these spaces. I don't want to be biased and shit and I want y'all to have your opinion about this content, you know.
Go
Yo,
ahead.
so what I think it is, you know, they said that you was corny. I think there's nothing more cornier than hood niggas to me. They're not tough. They're the first ones to tell. What people have got to realize is when it comes to inner cities or ghettos or urban environments, and it comes to this black community bullshit, it's really, do you remember the story of Tom Sawyer?
I do.
The story of the hood or the ghetto or the community is Tom Sawyer painting the fence. Tom Sawyer convinced all the kids around him that painting the fence was cool, but you were still painting the fence. It was something that nobody really wanted to do. And that's the allure of the hood. Nobody can convince me it's a place that anybody really wants to be or anybody should be. Nobody can really convince me that these people are tough or hard or anything like that. I mean, a group of people who can't even shoot straight, who get beat up in every single sport now, because most of the best sports teams are in the suburbs. It's all a facade. It's all a facade, to be honest with you. And I think that when I look at the Takeoff thing, maybe because he felt like he was selling that lifestyle, you know, maybe that's why he was there. Nobody can convince me it's something that it's not. It's a group of people largely who are failures, with the exception of maybe older people who live on a fixed income. I wouldn't call them failures. It's not a place that anybody should aspire to be or should aspire to go. I mean, I don't, nobody can convince me otherwise because I've been there. Nobody can convince me that.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
Whole bunch of flam and tomfoolery. The fuck up. This dude made no valid points. I bet you his wife is white. If he has a wife, he sound like he a dookie boy. Just bullshit. Come on, bro.
I know you've seen him before. If you've been on Chaotic Truth before, you'd have seen him before.
This is goofy. This is goofy. This is goofy. He has no masculine presence at all. At all. I'm talking about the white women that he deal with put heels in his rear and call him a nigger. This is the type of black dude that's on the panel right here. Shut the hell up. Okay. He's speaking on sports and all this. It's called busing. They send them to different school districts. Come on. You should know that.
Right, but they come from the hood. Don't be a fool.
This dude
My kids is doing their thing in sports, and they come from the hood. They might go to school in the suburbs.
Bro, you hence your name, Doctor Hood. This guy's a goofy right here. It's plain as day. And like I said, these is tools of the oppressor. Like I said, I was reading this article. It's crazy, probably about 3 weeks ago, when it was talking about how the FBI had employed a specific portion of the FBI to do nothing but deal with social media. And all of these employees had at least 5 accounts. You know what I'm saying? This tools of white supremacy. This guy's a goofy. He made no valid points. It all come down to, yes, it is a bullshit disposition in the hood. I never disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? My job is right in the hood. I live out here in Georgia. My job is in Decatur, Georgia, in the heart of the hood. I'm talking about zombies walking around. And until you come down south, I guess the only type of zombies you might see close to that is if you go like up north, like New York type John. But down south, Little Rock, the greater Atlanta area, these people still out here smoking crack. You know what I'm saying? Unless you, Portland, Seattle, y'all dealing with them goddamn zombies on the north side of the game. So let me correct myself with that. But yeah, this dude is a goofy, man. I sense it. I smell it. Bro, this nigga, bro, if you stripped him of everything right now, all his trophies and all his accolades, and you place him in the hood, that motherfucker is done for by tomorrow. Hey, bro, you're pray, but you're taking on the general people as if you got a clue. Bro, you don't even have the vernacular of us.
Well, yeah, black people in the hood, we don't even have the sports. They're all in the suburbs.
Bro, knock it off. Stop this bullshit. And look at this goofy right here. Mm-hmm. Look at that. With that Joel off grin he got.
Now he loves it. Now, if you get up on here, because they still on here, like we could go over there. You know what I'm saying?
This country ass up. Ooh, I come off the top rope, as I say on my YouTube channel. Make sure y'all hit that like button. To everybody who's sliding through like a drive-through, come off the top rope and elbow drop the piss off that like button. Elbow drop the piss off that Joel off eating motherfucker. Knock it off, bro.
They'll kick you off of there if you. I've been over there. They done kicked me off of there a few times.
For sure, because if you speak against them, what they do is try to overtalk you. They mute you.
It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them, man.
I don't have to take it for that. I don't have to take them who have time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a constructive black man in America. I'm actually doing my part in the black community. VIA is small, but my contribution, like the good brother 78 said, is the most revolutionary thing that you can do. I'm raising a black family. I've been with my wife since I was 18 years old, bro. I'm 34. I got 3 children, and we didn't have no kids. We waited till we was 5 years into our marriage before my wife said, "Are you sure this is something you want to do?" I said, "God damn, this is a woman of old school. I got to hold her up. She got my back." And this is something that I'm teaching to my children and also to the children around me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm using my country vernacular that I've picked up because it's important. Tapping into your roots. learning that we got to be of service to each other, and we got to raise our children to be of service to each other so that we can balance each other out, male and female, to create the better next generation. Our parents didn't teach us how to be husbands and wives. What they did was tell us how to get careers and jobs, and then they kicked us out. But they didn't teach us how to be right and upright for each other and to be progressive for the next generation. They said, get jobs and vote. Well, what the fuck are we voting for? I'll land my plane with that.
Let me get back up in here.
You can't convince me that your women are not attractive. You're not the toughest group of people out there.
Hold on, bro.
You're so tough you got regulated to the hood. You get beat up.
And now he didn't even say he didn't even say that. He didn't even say it.
What just happened right now, bro?
What do you mean?
Bro, did you just hear this nigga?
He didn't say what you thought he said.
Nah, bro. This dude said you can't convince me that your women are not attractive.
Right, because a lot of men in these spaces, they try to get on there and talk about black women and how the black women aren't attractive.
Yeah, he's saying that. Yeah, he's saying that they're not attractive.
No, he said you can't convince me that they're not. You feel me?
So he was being contrarian to the fact that
exactly
opposition. Yeah.
I caught that. I rewind it.
I caught that. But I don't believe him though.
Now let's rewind it because it might sound different the second time.
I think that when I look at the Takeoff thing, maybe because he felt like he was selling that lifestyle, maybe that's why he was there. Nobody can convince me it's something that it's not. It's a group of people largely who are failures, with the exception of maybe older people who live on a fixed income. I wouldn't call them failures. It's not a place that anybody should aspire to be or should aspire to go. I mean, I don't, nobody can convince me otherwise because I've been there. Nobody can convince me that. You can't convince me that your women are not attractive. You're not the toughest group of people out there. You're so tough you got regulated to the hood. You get beat up by white police officers all the time. Punked, I should say. You got punked by Hispanics out the drug game. Hispanics punked you out the drug game. So what's so appealing about it? You can, like I said, the only thing you have is media. The media is the biggest facade. It's the Wizard of Oz. It's what's behind the velvet curtain. Hold on a second.
Hey, so basically,
what's behind the velvet curtain? Hold on a second. I got an alert on my phone.
Absolutely, guys.
Wow.
Eric, the patriarchy speaks. Guys,
as if the average black person sells drugs.
He sound. I mean, is it just me or do
punked out the drug game? Like, man, I don't know not one nigga who ain't
like we should be
because Mexicans sell drugs.
Yeah, but that ain't nothing to be ashamed about.
No, but no, what I'm saying is this: as if niggas like, bro, the average man, come on, Cuddy, we all know the average nigga don't sell no damn drugs. Like this dude's wilding.
No, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. No, I'm with you. I'm saying no. He's making it seem like we should that's something we should be ashamed of. That we got punked out the dope game.
We got police, militarized police. These motherfuckers literally have tanks.
It looks like he's mocking us, mocking black folks for getting beat up by the police, and you can't even sell drugs right because you like that ain't no shit to mock no
this
niggas
dude
about.
Said we got punked out the drug game. Damn, bro, like whoa, this is a whole different type of disdain for us.
Brother, they literally changed legislation when black people mobilized. 1972, when the Black Panthers went to the Capitol in California, what did they do? They changed the gun laws in California.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, brother? Like, no other group of people has been systematically oppressed. Shut the fuck up and die. You not. That's what he is. This is
a black dude too. That's what's crazy.
Oh, he's black. Wow.
Yeah,
dude, bro.
it's a black dude, bro.
He's clear. I'm willing to bet his mother's white, and his father was one of these caught up in the system and got cycled through. But he has the mentality of the oppressor, but he has the complexion of our ancestors.
I subscribe to him. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so it's a place that I've been. Nobody can convince me otherwise. It really is.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely was saying that black women in the hood aren't attractive.
I don't know. I don't know this.
He might have misspoke because ain't no way he think black women in the hood are attractive, but he's saying all this other negative shit.
I ain't gonna twist his words.
No,
and they gonna say enough shit clear as day. You know, we ain't gonna
look at that nigga's mustache.
Which one?
The nigga who just joined. That's a sheriff.
Hey,
you know what
dude,
I'm saying, man?
Hey, cause these dudes, they all got pages, right?
Okay, so
all of them.
Okay, now I understand what's going on. These are a bunch of incels, huh?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see what we're doing. I didn't know. Okay, it's cool. Look at this nigga's mustache.
Come on, I'm calling it. That's a sheriff, bro. I know these niggas, man.
Man, that's wild.
I don't know if he's coming up to talk.
Black Gen Z is a solid. He's a solid guy. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Black. Go ahead, Eric. Get the floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, nobody's fooling me.
Patriarchy speaks. I'm a little bit older than you, sir. And before I have a heart attack tonight, sir, this isn't new. I've seen this all my life, man. I used to see Vice. They had something called Vice units. They used to come and break up the dice games in the 90s. The neighborhood that I went to junior high school in, they complained and said, wow, these white people come in here, these Vice officers, they all white boys come in here breaking up the Vice game. There were some black men who argued and said, we are so pathetic as a race that we don't even regulate our own damn neighborhoods, that the white boy got to come here and protect you niggas from these degenerate ass niggas shooting dice. Because what happens when these niggas get mad? They start shooting and shit, and they're not shooting each other at an open field where there's no civilians around. They're shooting at each other in foot traffic business areas.
And they can't aim.
I used to walk and get zebra cakes, had to walk past niggas shooting dice. Hey, man, what you guys doing? Oh, we just shooting dice, little nigga. Shooting dice. I know a lot of people don't believe that I live or grew up in these neighborhoods. That's fine. But I remember it. And these neighborhoods were good neighborhoods, but all it took was a group of dumb niggas shooting dice, doing things illegally. And then fights happen. Then the next thing you know, you 24 years old, you moved out the neighborhood, you drive by the damn neighborhood, looks like MAGA fucking Dishu Somalia. Go ahead.
This nigga happened.
I'm blacking out tonight.
This nigga funny though.
This nigga's a spastic, bro. I don't like this dude.
This dude is he just went from polar opposite spectrums and tried to mesh it into one. Like that's not true.
And his little gang, his gang is cold though.
And you guys he's over here like, yeah, he's right.
These dudes are the dudes that will cuss you out on if you're playing online like 2K or something.
yeah. Fucking nigger.
Yeah, exactly. These are those dudes. So they're real familiar with these spaces. Like a guy like Dr. Hood, I could go over there and I could swing and try to, hit these guys with a couple hooks, but they're coming in with machinery, bro.
Well, they got the white supremacists to help them push them along in the algorithm.
Right.
the people who's really speaking truth to power, like yourself, brother, it's no way you shouldn't have at least 10,000 subs right now. And you know, I've been a day one follower, and I'm gonna say this. You know, I've been rocking with you since I've been rocking with you, and we're gonna leave it at that.
Right.
So it ain't no reason why you shouldn't have 10,000 subs. And what you are doing is providing you being of service to the people, because what you do is you speak in the language that the people understand, and you bring in different perspectives, but you always bring it back to bringing balance to the household. That's the one thing I always see you doing. When you have the sisters on the panel, you critique them, and the brothers, it's always a balance, but it's always bringing the balance to the household.
Right.
Why isn't your channel that? Because you got a super strong stand, in my opinion, that would sway on the pro-black side of the game.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but
I've been watching these guys prosper. With this talk, they prospering with this.
Sure. Until they're in trouble, guess what happens with niggas like this? They end up right there going through that good old county booking, and that picture surfaces, and so truth, molestation charges, and they in every conservative goddamn newspaper and article, and these goofies right here, they think placating to our oppressor is gonna save them. like what's that?
No, go ahead. We're gonna hear the other one.
They think Coonan has they think Coonan has a retirement plan. It doesn't. Look at Jesse Lee Peterson. All that Coonan he did, as soon as he got his weight up, and you got all these white men talking about he was sexually assaulting him. You got white men coming out saying he sexually assaulted him. Come on, man, knock it off. And this is an old school Coon.
Because I'm pissed off, man. Takeoff was a talented artist. And
Agreed.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys. Go
Agreed.
ahead.
No, I don't. I agree with you.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing that kind of
this dude did some chapstick. Like nigga. I mean, I know it ain't about, saying motherfucker just a beauty
some
queen.
Shea butter or
shit.
something.
We niggas, but bruh, this nigga's lips is ashy as a motherfucker.
He was eating that powdered donut. I told you that's a top cop.
This is a spastic
bears out to
convention.
me
What
when
you
it comes
expect?
to the Takeoff situation is just like the hypocrisy that you see within the reaction. Like, my thing is, RIP to Takeoff for sure, but this is happening every day, and people are not acknowledging the normal people who are dying in the same way over petty disputes that could be easily resolved. Another thing is they allegedly had checked in with the J Prince and them, the Mob Ties guys or whatever, and those are the same guys that they end up getting into a dispute with. So it's like, you had Steven Jackson come out a few months ago, I guess, during the PNB Rock situation, and he was saying, "Oh, you need to check in." Well, here you have it. The man checks in, and then he's killed by the same people that he checked in with, or
He checked out.
Altercation. Yeah.
See that? Hey, these dudes, they be cooning over here, but that is interesting.
Yeah, he talking good right now.
That's very interesting, right there, right, guys?
Oh, I said that's the sheriff's right there. And notice what he did was he tried to demonize the good brother Jay Prince. He said mafia. Did he not?
Is that who they trying to say is affiliated with these cats in Houston?
Yeah, absolutely. He said he was basically accusing Jay Prince of the murder.
I guess they checked in with Jay Prince.
But he said it was Jay Prince people who did the shooting.
Right.
These motherfuckers are dangerous, bro.
Yeah, they real slick, man.
I love to play the devil's story.
Do you think that Garth Brooks, or any other white artist check in with some niggas coming into some damn Texas.
Right, exactly. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But for some reason, we have to abide by these rules, or we're not going to be safe, quote unquote, when we arrive in heavy populated metropolitan city.
I would call if I was a famous rapper, listen to me. If you are a famous rapper listening to me, if I were you, I would call the sheriff.
Yep.
I'll tell the sheriff, hey, sheriff, I'm going to the downtown area. I'm about to be around white folk. I'm about to spend this amount of money. I'm about to contribute to the economy. I bet you that sheriff will say, I'm about to send about 4 deputies over there, son. You'll be all right. That's what you niggas need to do.
Man,
checking
listen,
in.
bro.
What the fuck are you talking?
You hear this guy?
What, man, bro? Why is
I'm
this
not mad at that.
so fucking childish in elementary, my nigga?
I say we should, as if we get on an elite level where we are in access to people and we are a visual, like our popularity. I don't have a problem with us having proper protection around us. I don't have that problem with that. We ain't doing nothing illegal.
Right.
Hire these people, hire sheriff, hire police as, you know what I'm saying, as your protective mechanism. I don't have no problem.
But you there bullshitting. The dice game is bullshit.
Yeah,
That's,
knows
for,
that
that's
these
for the
he knows
camera. That's for the bullshit.
Yeah, bro, that's
you
like
know these
gamble.
these niggas can't call the sheriff and say I'm coming to town, me and my entourage.
Man, I never shoot dice against motherfuckers that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what they doing, they supposed to be together. They not supposed to be shooting dice against each other anyway. You know,
Really?
and for sure
Against your homies?
Nah, hell no.
No?
Nah.
Oh, damn, I guess we did it differently in LA. Yeah, hell yeah, we'll take the homie money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we crack other niggas, you know.
See, but that's what I was thinking.
Not
That's
us.
where the shit
If I
pop
fuck
off
with
though.
Yeah.
That's how you get it breeds jealousy amongst the clique.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're taking each other's money, and you know how competitive it is. It don't matter if that's your brother or your sister. You know that shit gets competitive, and like y'all ain't really related. Y'all say you brothers, hey, you know. So I just never really got down with shooting dice with people that I'm with, and you know, we came together. We're not about to bust down and get to shooting dice.
Right.
That displays some type of jealousy amongst there. Like somebody was trying to get in somebody's pockets. Like I even heard, you know, it's all hearsay. You can go to a million channels, they talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard there was some fake dice involved.
That's what I heard too.
That's what I heard.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know why everybody heard that, but I just heard that. But and you see what I'm saying? And then these guys got all this jewelry on. Everybody's not in the same financial space.
In the same financial.
A lot of these dudes are just opportunistic. They just come in just because, hey man, if I hang around long enough, I could not a mortgage, but I could have this chain on my neck. You know, I could have this watch, I could have this bracelet. These bitches that are pretty, that ain't worth shit, right?
I could get one.
That are just fucking all these guys and just dress up and repackage the present again. You know, it gets busted down every night, but take a shower, repackage that shit and spray it up with some new shit, you know. And that's the lifestyle that they want. I seen it. You know, I had it. So I know what it's all about. It ain't worth nothing. It's not worth nothing.
Good. You mind if I ask this question to you?
Yeah.
What you think should be a basis level on how we move forward, especially municipality? You know what I'm saying? If we all galvanize as black men, standing strong masculinity, we promoting certain relationship practice, all of this. What should be the basis of how we should move forward to correct these issues?
I think I say this in a lot of my live joints. Just ostracizing, people that do harm to black people. Like we're not celebrating that. Like the pillaging of our own people, the destruction of our own people. We're treating that just like a chimo or a fucking, you know what I'm saying? We're treating it all the same. People do weird shit. They expose themselves. They do, in public. You do that kind of stuff. Like you don't let that person in your house, right?
Absolutely.
So this guy goes and robs another black guy, or he got on YouTube. One dude, this guy's in his upper 30s, just socks a bum. Maybe the bum talked shit to him, right? But to where he got his camera out, walked up to the bum. The bum had his back turned, punched him. The dude fell all on the ground, and posted it, on his story. Like that shit was so cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if you're doing that kind of shit, I'm turning my back on you. I think it has to be like that. Like people have to feel some type of, because that's the worst thing that could happen to you if you think about it. Like let's just say your whole family just turned their back on you. I mean, we men, you get over it, but just a lot of other shit you could probably get over a little easier than that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, you shoot another black man, I'm not putting money on your books. I'm not throwing no party and getting you 2-3 sweatsuits and shit when you come home and shit, bro. I'm not doing that. This is what you're doing. You ain't do shit good for the fucking community. You took another life from the community. Like whoever this guy is, people piecing up on his lawyer and Jay Prince and shit. Or if that was one of his homies or whatever the fuck. Whatever happened, both of the niggas.
Yeah, we don't know any of
that. That aim the guns at, then the word got to get out there for one.
Right.
So everybody could be on code at the same time. Because I wouldn't want to hold people in the past accountable for like this is new shit going on. You know what I'm saying? But if this is what you're gonna do, it can't be cool in the penitentiary either. You just can't kill a black man out here and then go to penitentiary and then we playing spades and all this bullshit and people, oh, he's a killer, oh, he's a shooter, oh, he,
right.
and all, and it's all good, oh, he's a shooter. Who'd he kill? A black man. What? Oh, I gotta go. I gotta catch a fade with homie. You feel me? That's the temperature that it's gotta be. You know?
Fuck to catch a fade, catch a blade. God damn it.
Or whatever. A fade, blade.
I'm with
either way, they ain't comfortable.
I'm not
They're not comfortable.
Capital punishment. You know what I'm saying?
You know, home invasions, like niggas run up in your house. I lost one of my homies. They ran up in his house with his kids and girl and everything up in there and killed him. You know what I'm saying?
Do me a favor. Go to my YouTube channel and watch my last live I did. I spoke on some of that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But I'm with you. I completely agree. I think it's got to be. It's got to be. We have to create a new parameter for our society, and I also think we got to make a mass exodus from the degenerates.
Right. But they're gonna X themselves out. Like if that's what you doing, we can't align with that. Just like a motherfucker that smoke crack. You ain't fucking with them. You feel me? I mean, we all got our family members that been sick fucking with that shit, but for the most part, your crew wasn't a bunch of crackheads, bro. Period. So it's that simple. You can't do that. We're about progression, building, moving forward, encouraging these kids to get trades. I'm not pushing the college thing. You know, you go to college, hey, go to college. Do your thing.
I agree.
But I'm not going to have you worried about college so much that you miss out on all these 5-6 trades you could have had.
Yes, sir. Get a skill.
Yeah, get a skill first, man. I mean, college is cool.
Yeah.
Get you a skill first, because college ain't gonna go nowhere. Ain't no college gonna say you can't get in. You're a carpenter. Nah, nigga, you'll be fine.
Yeah, we need to be carpenters and shit. It needs to be more of that.
HVAC
It's like
technician.
these Mexicans, they all at Home Depot. I can go there tomorrow.
Whatever it is, like, man, like I say, man, you might be doing what I'm doing. You might be cooking. You might be a longshoreman. Man, do something where you gonna make your money regardless. Put yourself in a position to where you could diversify your skill set. And if you have multiple streams of income, you should always be in a decent position.
Right. That's what we should preach. That's going to get them out of that. Once they start having some bills, because ain't nobody just out here with big ass mortgages and shit shooting up shit. They're not. It's not every day. Not every day. And I don't know. Maybe I know Takeoff, but maybe the other dude got fat mortgage.
No, I mean, no,
maybe not.
Shit happens. You had the boy from the New England Patriots. There's always gonna be somebody who fall through the cracks. But you're right, bro. Ain't nobody with no big ass mortgage, big money, or anything big. Period.
Right.
Doing this dumb shit.
Responsibilities. Like you have to be home. You got shit going on. People depending on you. Not just out here floating around.
Well, ain't that why the third cat wasn't there? He was with his family, wasn't he?
Exactly. I mean, that's what I said it earlier.
Okay, because I kept calling my boy called me from Atlanta, and I kept calling the dude Offset. He was like, "No, Offset is the one who was." I was like, "All right, man, I can't. Yeah, I couldn't. I'm not really too familiar with the Migos, but I know who them cats are, though. But
now I think they broke up.
But yeah, that is
over some stuff, and then
but that is like
with his family,
like you said. Right. Yep, the third one is probably with his girl and his kids, and then because it was the Quavo that was with him, right? And
Quavo,
them two was
Quavo was
them
there
cats, like you said, hood. Them cats was the only two there that had anything to lose, man. Them other cats didn't have nothing to lose. There was a whole bunch of opportunists there.
Right. They're gonna hang around that lifestyle in order to, let that trickle effect. They want to get up in there. You be around, the clout, Instagram, all this. Oh, I need to post this on my story, and everybody. I mean, that's what it is. You seen the brides, they was half naked.
Yeah.
Put a bonnet on.
They was half naked.
Didn't even do her hair, bitch.
She just popped up. Oh, the Migos is down. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get down there. They called her. She did her ass out. Then somebody's supposed to respect that.
Yeah, that's not the environment.
Let me hear these dudes.
Talking about,
because old boy, he says some valid shit. Usually he be on some bullshit too, but like I said, I'm not biased. If somebody say something good, like they got the opportunity to save the world and say the right
Dr.
shit.
Hood, but a broken clock is right twice a day. So you know what I'm saying. Hitler said good points as well too. You know what I'm saying. He was still an evil motherfucker.
Right.
Go ahead, sir. You got the floor.
Not in Atlanta.
Well, they were in Houston.
Houston's understaffed too. But I get your point. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, they could have even hired off-duty officers. The problem is like your quote unquote security is, street guys who aren't licensed, who aren't doing it the right way. And y'all have all this. Exactly. They can't shoot. They ain't aiming. They jumping every time they hear a gunshot. Yeah, so
So these guys are supposed to be the guys that don't jump every time they hear a gunshot.
No, they super tough, bro.
He's a sheriff, bro. That's a cop right there.
You just heard him say the hood niggas ain't tough. You can't convince me. I said, oh,
And
well, you must be a tough guy.
and he know
That
what
must be you,
precincts is
bro.
understaffed. Oh yeah, they're
Exactly.
understaffed in Houston too. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are
Oh,
cops,
really?
bro. Now, I will say this. If you in the greater Atlanta area, look me up, Soul Power. I do tactical training. I will say that. But I'm your average black man.
it's like y'all have all the money in the world to protect yourselves, but people don't want to be rappers specifically don't want to be known for, oh, he always got police around him, because it messes up their street credibility and whatnot, and they're gonna call you a snitch and all that good stuff. But my thing is, I mean, we should know who pulled the trigger on Takeoff by now. But there were many people at that event and nobody's talking.
Yeah. I mean, they was recording though. They might not have been talking, but they had the time to pull their phones out and record. So
what is this fascination and respect and rest in peace to Takeoff? What is this fascination with niggas who are successful going around poor niggas, around common niggas?
I told you, it's Tom Sawyer painting the fence. We have been fed this lie that the hood is something that I should have to respect or aspire to. Let's just start with the toughness. These aren't the toughest people in the world.
What does this guy got a problem?
Bro, what is
I
bro,
hear him.
what,
Listen, I hear him a little bit.
I don't get
What
it.
does that mean?
I don't get it. Like, why does he
He's correlating toughness with like he's correlating things that are like what does he keep bringing up toughness for?
You sound like a white supremacist, bro.
Like, I mean, like it's almost like he wants to incite some extra shit, because like tough to me is resilience. The fuck, we're not tough.
Absolutely.
Like, man, you see the shit we done made it through, but you want to turn everything into some violent, physical, bang bang, shoot 'em up shit. And maybe that's valid because we're talking about a nigga getting murdered, but man, bro, what is this dude on?
Bro, we not in Benghazi, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. We see tragic events, and it shouldn't happen. But like, go back to the basis of everything is that we have a black people in America, foundation of Black Americans, especially in the last 30 years. We've lost the compassion for our brother and sister. So you see people go on these goofy dummy missions where we'll spaz out because we don't see compassion for each other. And it go, like I said, it go back down to the fact that it's too many boys being raised by their mamas, and they grow up to be men in their mama clothes.
Well, I mean, him questioning why rich black folks go back to the hood is, you don't question why rich white folks go to poor countries.
Correct. Every group of people goes back and tries to build up their lower class.
Now, if you would have said that, that would have been a good point. They would have kicked your ass up off the piano. Because that's a great fucking point. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do they do this shit then? They go to third world countries.
Yeah.
And, and they go visit and take pictures with the kids.
And take pictures and make sure people know that they went there and helped them.
Right.
Poor people.
Oh, yeah.
Tax write-off and resources.
But we're not supposed to do that, though. We're supposed to just do what these guys are doing and just turn our back on.
Well, these the same dudes. They was talking about Deion Sanders and the comments that he made about he's swag and all of this, but they didn't say shit about Brett Favre. And I said, and I bet you guys don't got no video. They they wasn't trying to hear me that day. Like, you know, you guys getting up on here talking about what this man's doing, turning boys to men.
Yes.
You know, people that wouldn't have never had opportunity to do shit. You know, now if they was thinking about dropping out, they're not thinking about dropping out now. You know,
right. Also, too, he gave those young men an insight to what he would give his sons. Man, that's precious and priceless.
Prime is gold, man.
Oh man, that is the best of us. But there is so many exemplary examples of that.
I'd definitely send my son to Deion Sanders.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's so many examples. And Dr. Hood, I think you should do an exemplary Friday where you highlight the brothers and sisters who are displaying all of these things in the community, and you shine a light. I will be in line every Friday. If you put that link, I will join in there. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that is something that is important that we do, is shine a light on the people who are doing the work, and you know what I'm saying, who offer these resources. But you were speaking to that very thing earlier. Why aren't these people being exemplary and being held up in society? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's purposely. That light is being dimmed on them. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do our job on the grassroots level to put the light on these people. Like I said, brother, I'm here for you. I hope that your panel is always open for me. You know what I'm saying? But yes, sir, I believe that you should do an exemplary Friday. You know what I'm saying? For the people who are doing the grassroots work.
Nah, that's what's up. I want to do that. I definitely want to do that. You know, people doing good stuff, highlight it, you know, and just do something different. You know, of course, we're trying to learn this stuff as we go, but definitely try to do something a little different that's going to give the channel a different spin. And, you know, because this is different with these guys. I mean, you don't just pop up on any channel. Like, you might have thought they was talking about Offset on this video, but well, I guess another example of black culture, you know, that's, you could kind of get where they was going. Let me hear them. They got more dudes though.
Well, yeah.
These people got punked for 450 years. Is that tough?
Well, no. I mean,
okay.
Okay.
No.
See, dude.
Saying these, what is he saying? These people, like,
right? He exalted himself of us. Oh my God!
See?
Oh my God, my blood is boiling.
These are the dudes that Dr. Hood has, and I've been going up against these lions. See, if I had y'all, you know what I'm saying? These lions, man. They don't give a fuck
Dr. Hood,
about
I
the
will
youth.
Commit myself to this.
We're
doing the work.
Bitches.
Come on.
They sit up here laughing, do talk. Man, come on, bro.
And they getting all the subs, so they just, you know. Oh man!
All three of these dudes have a fetish for.
Oh no, it's
hell.
more. It's more.
Oh, let me shut up then. Okay.
There's more. These guys are the. I don't know if they're the main culprits, but they up there. They are. These are the main ones. The other ones ain't this bad. I hope.
And the same people now get punked out the drug game by who runs? I hate to say this. Who runs the drug game now?
I have no idea. I don't do drugs, sir.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Got punked out the drug game. Why is this a group of people?
A black dude fucked his bitch.
Long stroker. I think it was my pops on my mama.
Fuck this guy's.
It was a hood nigga too.
Man.
Stroked the shit out of that bitch.
Because I'm not gonna say he beat him up, you know. Because I don't.
He walked in on it, Dr. Hood. That's what it was. He saw it was a pure stock, and he saw the stroke game. He was like, "Oh my God, Chelsea, why?"
That don't even got a job or nothing.
Yep, and he does this. He got to go pick his kids up from this nigga house too. That's why
Bro,
he could see it in his face.
he fell on his
He
knees at
hate
that
he
door
hate that
seal.
nigga.
Why, Chelsea?
He hate these niggas.
Why?
Hey, he hate these niggas, man. That's why I'm scared, man. These guys is taking over the world, man.
Bro, he removed himself from our racial category and
Like, what
said
if
these
all black
people.
people thought like this?
Man.
It'll be fucked up for these youngsters.
And these guys is kind of young to be talking like this. I'm gonna be real.
They all under 40, all
It's
of
a
them.
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna say all
usually a
these dudes is
different
about my age.
generation of
The
coons that
oldest
talk
one
like
might
this.
be like 36, 37. The oldest
Like the
one.
hood. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say nobody over 1986. I'm looking at them. Ain't nail one of them got no gray spot, but the dude in the middle, he got the top cop mustache.
And he the youngest.
Yeah, that dude is 26. He look 43.
Oh, he 26?
No, I'm just saying that shit.
He might be about 26.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at him. I can tell because he only had about two cats. You know what I'm saying? That's that fresh. He got some consistent cat on him. I can
Yeah, I
tell.
mean, from left to right, captain, lieutenant, sergeant.
I'm telling
Look at
you,
him.
these is all they just getting some consistent coochie. You can see it on them.
I didn't have it out with the patriarchy strikes back dude, but I the Gen X dude, we had a little back and forth. Me and Chaotic had a few back and forths.
Patriarchy
Hey, real,
strikes
you hear
back.
how deep that is, though. He said that these people have been getting
Exactly.
punked for 450 years. He's not talking about a generation of quote unquote gangbangers or, you know what I'm saying? Just think about what he's saying.
Black people in general.
400.
He
Hey, that was
exalted
years.
himself
Hey,
for that
look.
Willie B.
Hey,
Willie
on one
B.
hand,
You hear that?
on one hand, he said he respected the elders who were there in the hood on a fixed income. Then he said these people got punked for 450 years. Okay, so these, that's our grandparents and our greats. Like these niggas are incredible. These are some amazing niggas right here, man.
I should respect.
Go ahead, sir.
Why? I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to really figure out. It really is. It kind of goes back to what Kanye said. It's this facade of hip hop. It's this facade that the hood is tough, right? That these are the people with the gun. That even when it comes to gunplay, that these are the people that really know what they're doing with the firearm.
And
because they hit a lucky shot every now and again. That's what I'm supposed to believe. That these are the toughest people. No.
Is Black Lives Matter or Negroes going to march and protest about this egregious act?
Okay. And Chaotic.
Did you hear what he just said?
These niggas is all over the place.
He literally he used the Donald Trump white supremacist white ring talking point and tried to group us in the whole group of Black Lives Matter. Well, we all know. Come on, let's be honest. We know that Black Lives Matter was the LGBT movement, and it was black people speaking on the injustice that we deal with when it comes to law enforcement. What the fuck are you talking about? You weirdo. And to this,
go ahead.
Oh yeah. No, go ahead. I'll save my reaction to that goofy dude on the right.
Let me see.
I got something to his country ass up.
Let me see.
Now the shooter was white.
Right.
Yeah. White. Speaking of white, here goes a white dude right here. What's up, Cal?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up, Cal?
Forgive my white ignorance, but I'm gonna go through some stuff.
Now,
Cal, young black artist.
Cal, you have your sound is a little bit off. Cal, can you make some adjustments?
Yeah.
Okay. Come back real quick, okay? I'm not gonna drop you off. Just try to make some adjustments.
Say UK.
I blacked out for a minute, Eric. I blacked out.
One sec. I'll take my headphones out if my audio is bad. 1 sec.
Okay. I blacked out, Eric, because I'm tired of seeing this, man. I'm tired of seeing blacks destroying their lives. I'm tired of seeing this violence. And I'm tired of seeing niggas pretend like this is not a cultural issue. This is culture.
No, it's systematic. No, it's systematic racism. That's what it is. The guy, I'm pretty sure the people at that event, right, were thinking about the historical injustices of the oppression of the justice system. And we're thinking about, segregation. That's what caused it. That's what it was. It was that.
Hey, Dev Chef, don't he sound like his grandfather, the white man that raised him?
Yep.
Sound just like that hood that raised him, right?
These niggas are some whole clowns, man.
Doing
Straight clowns.
Oh, doesn't it sound like systematic oppression?
What? Man, I hope that your mama at the next bus stop that she had get super shocked. You filthy. Oh, I'm gonna respect your panel, Dr. Hood.
Pretty sure they were thinking about the slave narratives, or they were thinking about the sundown towns, and it triggered them to do something like this.
What's going to happen moving forward? Thank you so much, Bob, for all the super chats. Guys, thank you so much for all the super chats. If I don't get to you, I'm just pissed off right now. Thank you so much. What's going to happen moving forward, Eric? Go ahead, sir.
What do you mean? I mean, people are going to continue to do. Right now. People don't understand how bad things are right now.
Oh yeah,
we are literally in one of the largest crime waves since the crack epidemic right now this year.
Facts.
Crime is spiked everywhere.
Facts.
And you know why it is?
Go ahead.
Because the community voted for this. This is what people want. You get what you want. And this is what people want. People can sit up here and tell me, we need to stop this. And no, this is what you want. You enable people like this. This has become a culture.
Yeah, I mean, they were screaming defund the police during the George Floyd riots and shit. And now it's everything that we were asking for the past couple of years catching up to us. And I mean, it's sad. It's crazy.
By the way, Houston Police Department is also understaffed.
Yeah.
Right? Houston crime is also spiked this year. So, I mean, it's.
I saw a video last year. It was a fight with some girls. A dude tried to break it up. Black dude, former military. One of the girls called a relative. The relative comes over. He didn't ask any questions. Just shot the dude right on sight. The nigga hasn't been caught to this day. Black culture for you. Go ahead, guys. Cal, what's up, man?
Do I sound better?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go through some things. You know, Pop Smoke, 21-year-old black artist, killed by a 15-year-old in his own house because they want to go rob him. That's black people killing black people, okay? What's it? P&B Rock. In a restaurant, eating food with his girlfriend. Take the chain off him, shoot him in the chest, dead. Young Dolph, he wants to go back to his community, give back to his community. He wants to support a local business, buy some cookies, get shot dead. XXX Tentacion wants to go buy a motorbike. 4 people try and rob him. One shoots him in his car. The person in his car with him flees and leaves him there for dead. So these people, they want to live normal lives. They want to give back to their community. But the problem is their community wants them to fail because the only way half these people can get famous or any clout is by killing talent. They're not going to blow up with their rap.
I wish I was there. Oh, I wish I could jump on that panel because I would.
Guess that I just saw, and I ain't no racist guy.
You can't be racist. You're black. You don't control.
Ain't no racist.
You can't be.
I just want to see something.
This motherfucker. Oh, I wish I was on the panel. I would have got on. That's the A, bro. Did you say that same thing for Daniel Killahan when he was over there murking all of the UK guys? But see, that's on the
black people killing black people. Yeah. What's it? P&B Rock. In a restaurant, eating food with his girlfriend.
Look at this guy's background.
Take the chain off him, shoot him in the chest, dead. Young Dolph, he wants to go back to his community, give back to his community. He wants to support a local business, buy some cookies, get shot dead. XXX Tentacion wants to go buy a motorbike. 4 people try and rob him. One shoots him in his car. The person in his car with him flees and leaves him there for dead. So these people, they want to live normal lives.
All right, now look at this guy in the back, because one of you guys said that he got a white girl, right? This guy
me.
right here, right?
Most of these guys are police officers.
You called it out, but look at this. He got a couple dogs. Just check
They
them
want to
out.
give back to their community, but the problem is their community
got a
wants them to
dog.
fail because the only way
There got a white girl.
Got him.
You know what I'm saying?
Him.
So I mean, you know, like I said, I ain't no racist. I don't participate in none of that bullshit. But when I hear coon ass shit and people that really don't give a fuck about the problem and they don't think that these issues exist, and this guy right here, his parents ain't even from America. So they came here, but they came here after.
You talking about the guy?
No, the chaotic truth guy.
Oh, the chaotic truth. Yeah.
Yeah, his parents aren't from here, so
he came here after we didn't took the brunt of the ass whooping.
Right. And he doesn't understand that. Like, you get up and try to tell him some of this shit, he don't understand, you know, just his whole position.
Dr. Truth. He from the islands or he from the continent?
Yeah, I think he's from here, but his parents is from there. From the continent.
Oh, he anchor baby. Okay, I got you.
So, you know, they came, you know, he was probably born here, or he was probably small, or maybe a couple of his older siblings came over here and was super young, and then they had him, you know, however it went, you know. I know they skipped right over the hundreds of years, you know, 100 years at least of what we know of our families and the shit that they went through. Like, you guys wasn't around. Like, I got property in my family that's over 100 years old.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
So, you know, this little 35-year-old, you know, you guys been here 35 years, you know, even if it's 40 years, if your family's been here, I mean, I'm sorry to tell you, I mean, you ain't really been through shit.
For sure.
You know?
And the gall for them to allow a British white boy to come on here and speak on our culture. Look at the tomfoolery there.
Now, let's hear the pushback that they got for this guy.
These people can get famous or any clout is by killing talent. They're not going to blow up with their rap skills or any knowledge they have. They can pull a trigger, kill a celebrity, and be like, yo, I'm that guy. I killed that guy. And yeah, you're talking about how people aren't caught. Who shot Tupac? Who shot Biggie? It's the biggest question going. A lot of people say police. A lot of people say some Orlando guy.
Yeah, Orlando Anderson
we'll never
killed
know.
Tupac, but
you know, Eric, and Black Gen Z, it's gonna have to take a nigga like me to come into power. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I know that may sound arrogant. I know it may have a little bit of hubris with that. It's gonna take a nigga like me to say, if you niggas kill a child on accident because you're shooting at each other, if you niggas commit acts of violence outside of business districts and the economy falls, we are going to get you up out of here. And to a degree, Eric and Black Gen Z, I think that's what happened back in the old days when they say that niggas were getting hung from. I think it was black people hanging blacks who were degenerates.
God.
Oh my goodness,
bro!
I don't even know what to say about that.
I gotta get off this vibe because I'm
That's
so
the problem when you don't have no roots to the atrocities you're speaking on, man. Because if you write about what you said, his parents wasn't from here, he's just he's too far detached from reality.
Brother, that is...
I mean, he wasn't raised by people that went through nothing. Not here.
It's by Kyle right there at that far left corner. Those are the people he look up to. And
he's really talking like he got historical bloodline here. Like he go back to
brother,
Thurgood Marshall or somebody.
he has no ancestry
Like,
to
you know
here.
what I'm saying? Like he got.
He can't. I bet you is probably at his most depth in the 80s. Are you serious? And to speak like that, and these are the same people who scream xenophobia, who say that black people are prejudiced and racist toward the people of the continent. When we got to deal with people like this who are the problem in aiding white supremacy in our oppression. These people are dangerous. This is fucking dangerous. We have children they were raising up to be productive adults, and they are spewing the rhetoric of the oppressors. This sounds like a fucking KKK goddamn pamphlet. Do you hear this shit? I have a 8-month-old son, and I have to rear him in the world where it's goddamn coons coming across the water onto the soil where my ancestors bled. I got DNA that's tied. It's trees that literally consume nutrients from my ancestors that bled and died on the soil. And we got motherfuckers anchoring, coming over here and spewing the rhetoric of the people who oppressed us. This is dangerous.
After they ran from their country, though.
They fled like whores and came over here and got the nerve. Man, we got it popping every continent where it was black people. Every revolutionary, you look, it was a black man or a black woman that came from America. We were the existence of their struggle, their fight against in their struggle. But they got gall and they got disdain for black Americans. Motherfucker, you should be over here bowing on your knees and praising us. Without us, there's no culture. What you are doing is adding to the fact that why there is this poor culture in our community. You're adding to it. And I land my point.
Get in here.
Yeah.
I don't think it was whites. I think it was blacks in these towns that got tired of the George Floyds, of the Rodney Kings, and we gotta hang this motherfucker and get him up out of here. I'm tired of this shit, man. We have to kill the nigga gene in us, man. I've done a great job at doing it. What say you guys? Except for you, Cal. Don't you answer that question. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I mean, history repeats itself. I mean, we've been kind of doing this to each other for a long time, you know, contrary to what people think. Like, I mean, these types of instances, like black on black crime, has been going on for a long time. And people are kind of making it seem like it just started. But this has been something that has been plaguing the community for a minute now. So you know, we got to work on spreading awareness for one, and then we have to hold people accountable.
I don't think the majority wants it to change. I don't think that the majority, if the majority wanted this to change,
no, you're right.
What people have to realize is that the collective of most black people are going to hate us three.
Yeah. We're the problems.
Exactly. The problems, no.
Because listen how y'all talking.
Nah, see, first of all,
don't play victim.
I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. You guys are trying to make the majority of black people Omar from The Wire. Like, you're trying to make the majority of black people like it's more than likely they're involved in the streets in a heavy way. The idea that this dude's painting this picture. You guys hear me?
Yeah, you back.
Yeah, just the idea this dude's trying to paint this picture, talking about, oh, well, it's been going on a long time. And there's people who try to make it seem like it's recent. Well, the people trying to make it seem like it's recent, they stupid, because you can hear it in our music from years, decades ago. Like, I don't really know no niggas, no black people trying to make it seem like black on black crime or self-hate or internal conflict is anything new. Some of the talking points, I respect them. I'm just not feeling the delivery, because it's almost like you're gearing yourself up to say some goofy shit because you don't really got our best interest at heart. You're just here to tear us down, bro. You don't really want what we want, and you're coming from the angle you're coming from. Like, it's where we both want the same thing, but we don't represent the same shit. Look at how they talking.
They ain't talking, they mocking.
Look at how they mocking. Exactly.
That's exactly what they doing.
I'm gonna add to that. They pandering to white supremacy.
Well, that's what I'm saying by mocking, because they're bringing up, like he said, they're bringing up good talking points, but the way that they're doing it is almost out of sarcasm or trying to get ahead of the talk. You know what I mean? Of the discussion.
Even trying to minimize the whole,
it.
they're trying to make it seem like it just happened. Man, we've been had people in the community trying to keep us from killing each other. Like, this ain't nothing new. This is something that's been dealt with before any of us got here. Right? Whatever was going on back in the day, there was motherfuckers trying to fight that problem. Like, we've always been aware of our internal struggles, and there have always been people to help fight them endeavors. And you know what? There's always been raccoon ass niggas like these.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm gonna let you guys talk, because I'm about to get worked up. These niggas got me mad, bro.
Keep cooking, Dr. Chef, because you speaking that gospel right now. This is literally what we are seeing is the plantation just lay out in real time. The fact that these coon ass Negroes allowed a Kyle P to come on and speak such anti-black rhetoric, and everybody cool, and then mirror his stance and say, "I'm the nigga." Wait a minute, what? Disgusting. And
I want to hear this other guy get on here one time.
Let me shut up.
No, you good. We're just cooking. Let me see. Yeah, they let them talk.
No,
we hate ourselves.
So no, it's not like, it's more than just defund the police. Even if you look at the fake black Republicans, right? What did they advocate for? Criminal justice reform. Let a bunch of felons and convicts out on the street. I think some people should stay in jail, because I did the right thing when I was 18 and 19 and 20, and you didn't. So I don't think that you should be let out of jail. I don't. And so I think that you're kind of fighting against the wind if you think that this is something that most black people wanted, because if most black people wanted their areas safe, then they would be safe.
Yeah, look at the laws that they're passing in Illinois, where you got cashless bail and stuff. People are going to be bonded out on violent crimes. They're not even going to spend a night in jail. But I appreciate you.
$10 cash app. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I appreciate you letting me come on, bro. I'm a dip out, man. RIP Takeoff. Shit crazy.
Sir, I noticed something in the background. You have a border collie.
A what?
The dog.
You have a border collie.
You have a white girl back there, buddy. You knew it. Somebody called it out.
Oh, it's a pit bull.
Oh, that's a pit.
Ain't no motherfucking pit bull.
He had that was no goddamn pit.
I damn near want to go back. Man, that wasn't no motherfucking pit bull.
That was a goddamn a bully he had. It was a neutered bully he had. Dr. Hood.
That little border collie.
Yeah, right. This motherfucker.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that shit was Chihuahua Great Dane.
Gave more independence to countries than any other empire, but we also shrunk our empire to a little island. So.
Now you're being invaded, and now you don't have independence.
By Albanians and by people from France.
Ivan, what's up, man? I know you're not really
H-Town native. He's an H-Town native, though.
Mike Meadows with the thank you for the super chat. I mean for the cash app, Mike. Go ahead, Ivan. I know you're not really a hip hop head, but is this culture? I mean, you're a little bit older than us, man. But were niggas shooting up the dice?
He lives in Houston, though.
80s. Go ahead, sir.
No, me. I live in Houston.
Weren't you from Houston?
No, I'm from Dallas.
Oh, sorry.
I'm in Dallas.
Same
but yeah,
goddamn
still
thing.
Texas. But yeah, this is not culture. If it's culture, it's death culture. We're fascinated with death.
Go ahead, sir.
Have you seen the footage of what actually happened?
Somebody posted it, and I got it too late. Like somebody posted, I got it way too late.
Yeah, this was an argument that started not with the guy that Takeoff. It actually started with Quavo, the other guy.
Yeah.
It started about basketball.
Okay, so I heard that story too. Go ahead. You got the floor.
But what really happened is it's like these dudes was just trying to strike up a conversation, trying to test them pretty much. They shouldn't have been there, man. They shouldn't have been there. And this is Texas. Stuff closes at 2. It closes at 2.
Are you saying Quavo and Takeoff should not have been there?
Yeah, they shouldn't have been there.
Thank you.
They shouldn't have been there. Yeah. Well, and people are saying a dice game. Why would millionaires 2 and 3 times over be at a penny ante dice game?
Hey, why did I say that? Why did I say that?
You know, how far in the streets do you have to stay before you realize, hey, we need to stop this? You guys are far removed. The Migos are considered at this point, as far as rap, old school.
They're A-listers.
Yeah.
But hold
Let's
on,
be
what's wrong
honest.
with
They're
shooting dice
A-listers
in the hood, though?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I haven't finished. Go ahead.
Who that was dude on here? That was somebody else.
They're A-listers, but as far as rap, street rap, they're considered old school at this point. They are.
Oh, really?
They've been around since the early 2000s. They just kind of hit around 2014, 2015. And I'm going to tell you a story. And this is why I hate that this happened, because I actually like these guys. You know, guys with personality.
Love them.
Yeah, guys with personality and charisma. You can kind of see it in other guys. I'm older, so when I see it in a younger guy, I appreciate it and I salute them. And back in 2014, they got one of my favorite. Well, actually, my favorite Migos song is "Fight Night," and I was telling you about this earlier. Simply because this is what happened. And this was Takeoff. I knew about Takeoff. I was like, man, what he's saying is slick. He was like, if you know me, you know this ain't my feng shui certified. You
ain't got to see my resume. Yeah.
You ain't got to see my But then he said something that me at like either I was in my late 30s or mid 40s, somewhere in there. This was 2014. He said, "Pocket rocket fire." So when he said that,
hold on a second. Your late 30s in 2014.
Nah, it might have been my 40s. This was like, it had to be my 40s. So even in my 40s, I appreciate it because we was at club during happy hour. I had never heard that song before. So when the DJ put it on, I thought it was like that Too Short song, "Blow the Whistle," because it kind of sounds like that when it comes on. But then it was like, boom, 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 boom. We was rocking, and then he started rapping. And then when he said "Pocket Rocket Fire," that stuck with me. So what happened is the next week, when we started telling each other at the job, we going to happy hour, we would say, "Pocket Rocket Fire." We started saying that. And we said it so much to where girls would say, "Why do y'all say that?" And we said, well, you know, we just be kicking it at happy hour. So next thing you know, all these girls from our job started coming to this happy hour. So this happy hour at this particular spot became nothing but people that work with us, females and everything. And this was a big company. This was a huge company. So just off of that. And then after the club, we would jump in the car, get ready to go. That song would be on the radio. That song stuck with me for a long time. And that's what rap music is for me. It's not about me getting all into the rappers and becoming a fan. It's about a particular song at a particular moment that you can remember. That you can remember. And that's what I appreciated about them. Them little dudes had, well, people call it swag, but we just called it charm, charisma, personality. They had that.
They're talented. Like they are actually talented.
They were.
and I don't even really listen to rap, but I rock with Migos. I can legitimately say Migos is on the same par as Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
No, it's probably one of the best groups we've had in a while.
And yeah, but like I said, when you're an older guy like me, you can appreciate younger guys having that charisma, that personality. You can appreciate that and salute that because so many guys are pretending it. They're called what we call pump faking it. They're not really charisma or charming or have personality. They're faking it. They fake it for women. And I guarantee you, what happened to this man, this young man, had to do something with women being in the vicinity. And they being the spotlight. They're the spotlight.
It was a lot of them around. And the woman that was bent over had a humongous ass. Like the first one I seen, that ass was crazy. Right? So
who are the women gravitating to? They're trying to get to the stars. The stars in that particular the Migos are bigger than, and I'm from Texas, but I gotta say this: the Migos are bigger than any rap group out of Texas.
Right?
Any. You can't compare to the stardom that they have. You got Offset married to Cardi B. Every woman pretty much every woman in the hip hop vicinity wants a piece of Quavo. Takeoff. They're all in there looking at these guys. And I'm from Texas. I know the hate that happens in Texas amongst these crowds. We got a few rappers. We lost Mo 3. Have you ever heard of Mo 3?
Yeah, on the highway.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one? What's the other guy?
Yellow Beezy.
On me, baby. Yeah, they
Yellow
shot
Beezy.
him. He like was on the highway. They shot at him. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, so and these guys aren't as big as the Migos, but they're big here. So they're gonna get most of the attention from the women. And when I tell you there's some visceral hate, I've seen it, I've heard it. I've watched it happen. There's visceral hate towards these guys because some guy's girl likes them or is talking about them or they smiling and looking. They taking the shine away from the guy. And when I tell you there's some visceral hate, it's here in Texas, whether it's Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. If you're shining, if you got any kind of fame to your name and from Texas, just like Boosie said, you might need to get up out the city. But the thing about the Migos is they are from Atlanta. So they really caught the hate because they are just across the board famous. They are across the board famous. A dice game? No, not dice game to a millionaire. No, arguing about basketball. Those guys who shot him drummed up an argument. They drummed up an argument. And if you watch, there was a fight. Quavo started swinging on somebody. And then when the fight started, you could hear the ooh, ooh, ooh. You could hear that. And then you hear the shooting and you hear some shooting far off, like somebody took off running and was shooting back. It was terrible, man. But here's the thing. After 2 o'clock, police used to shut things down, whether it's Dallas, Houston, police used to shut things down. Nothing should have been going on at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Because I know I've been out late at night when I was, and Dallas shuts down at 2 o'clock. So I know Texas shuts down, clubbing shuts down. They have after hours, but you can't sell alcohol. You can't sell alcohol, so they have the after hours. But the reason Texas shuts down at 2 o'clock is because of the alcohol. Because we have so.
Houston might be a little different though. I've been through there, man. Houston's a different animal.
Many drunk drivers causing. Texas has the most drunk driving deaths in the entire United States. I guarantee you. And that's why things shut down at 2 o'clock. We've had Dallas Cowboys have vehicular manslaughter. I mean, they shut things down.
I think the speed limit was about 80 miles an hour down there, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's 80. Yeah.
It's 80.
75. Yeah,
75?
it's high. Yeah, it's high.
It's only 60 up here, you know.
You take that I-15 going up to Utah, it's 80. I want to say, like the brother said, 75 down there. So yeah, it's the places where you can get away with some speed.
Yeah.
Out here in Georgia, if you ain't doing at least 75, you're getting pulled over.
Georgia, they had some big old freeways.
Yes, sir.
I remember I was out there. I didn't know where I was going. It wasn't no GPS or nothing. I didn't know where the fuck I was going.
Because we ain't on no grid. We on this, you know what I'm saying?
On this bullshit is what y'all on. I lived down there for 10 years, Georgia, on some bullshit. That's what y'all on.
Yeah, man. Things was on the grid. I moved out here.
All them roads and ferries, and I was like, man, you in Georgia, you go end up one direction, and you'll end up start heading south on one road, man, you'll end up right back where you started.
Mm-hmm. Bring your ass right back home.
Matter of fact, that's what the 285 is. You can get on the 280. If you just stay on the 285, you're going to drive in a circle all day.
The 285, if you ever get lost, hit that 285 and it's going to bring your country ass right back.
A crowd of at least 100 people. That's considered friendly fire.
Yeah, it's considered friendly fire because it came from his own people. So, my point is what possibly was the allure to gamble illegally after a party, which was over at 1 a.m. in the morning? It was already over. You went into the portion of the bowling alley that was connected to the mall. If you saw, it wasn't outdoors.
It was in the mall. Yep, I said
it was because it was a bowling alley that was connected to a mall.
Yep,
in Houston. So here they are gambling. These men are not normal men. They have a lot. They have more money than you or I put together that we will ever make. Okay, unless one of us hits the lottery or becomes some sort of hedge fund manager.
Hedge fund manager.
We're not going to see that kind of money. He lost $100,000 in a bet. Come on now. So my point is, it's wanton debauchery. They think it's cool. It gives them cool points for the street or whatever, and it just will never stop. I overheard you guys talking about, will this happen 1,000 years from now? I'm like, not only will it happen 1,000 years from now, it'll be on steroids.
Let me show you guys something real quick. Now I know niggas are gonna say
I ain't gonna say everybody that comes through here, because I done been on here. I know I ain't no incel. What you think, man? Because Def Chef pointed it out. He's like, man, is this a whole bunch of incels on here?
Man, bro, these niggas is whack. These are some whack niggas, Dr. Hood.
But the OG that came on was all right, though. He just he was cool. He wasn't feeding into that question, is this a culture? He just was talking about what he takes from hip hop, and all that. But this is crazy.
1,000 years from now, at the pace that we're going, will there even be humans? All this sexual confusion that they promoting? I mean, shit, we gonna be extinct.
But he said something. No, he really lost $100,000.
I'm not sure.
It's the information ain't out there, bro.
He's saying stuff
about 18 hours.
Friendly fire, and he said,
if you know, then you in law enforcement. I'm gonna say that.
Now there was some little brides tweeting. They be there. Them brides, they can't wait to. That's how they get their name, off of knowing who died. They looking for that moment. They'll suck a dick for that moment. Hey, man.
Just for an interview, huh?
They opportunists. Man. They're going home with somebody tonight. They don't care about their baby's dad. They just turn the phone off. They ain't gonna deal with his motherfucking ass. And his simp ass gonna stay with her after she been all out at the Migos with the cheeks out and shit.
Oh shit! Is it turning into a simp Olympics?
Got his ass at home with the kids and shit while the brides is out.
Hey, I think Dr. Hood about to turn this into a simp Olympics.
Hey, we always could bring that up at any time. The simp Olympics, man, for real.
I'm telling you, bro, I be dying when you be doing that shit. I swear to God, I be walking my hounds. I'm like, damn, this nigga Dr. Hood be on point with the simping.
It's too much, man. I got to get back on it. I've been on Kendra G. I've been on her helmet over there.
Oh, with her little wigs. Oh, wig.
She's spewing out bullshit. I think she's counterproductive
Is she married?
For the community. No.
So
anybody checking for her?
This is up, and she ain't got nobody checking for her.
Nah, nobody that's serious. Well, they're serious, but that's not the guy that she wants.
Well, let's be honest.
It's not the guy that she wants to be with. I'm pretty sure there's guys that will be serious with him.
Well, of course, but they gonna be them simps because ain't no.
Yeah, it's gonna be a simp.
Ain't no thorough dude finna lay down with no type of woman like that and hold her up. Because that means she gotta submit.
Yeah, it's about strong community, strong women, respectable women. You know that. You know, that's what you're looking for. I tell my sons, man, that's what you're looking for. You know,
I'm raising my daughters to be of service to their brother. You know what I'm saying? And it come down to understanding that when you find a man of at least your father's caliber, you submit to that. I mean, you submit to masculinity in general for protection. But in relationship, you know what I'm saying? You submit. You don't be a contrarian. You don't be try to be a totalitarian. Like I see a lot of women be trying to be dictators. In this modern world we live in, and they be on some aggressive shit like, bitch, I super sock your ass.
Doing things that are against the law. Okay, I believe that one day somebody's gonna be out at 2 a.m. and say, "Wait a minute, why am I out here at 2 a.m? This is the devil's hour. We're doing absolutely nothing. I want to leave." Ivan, you yourself said you left, or you leave before the young kids get in and start kicking at the. See?
Yeah, after happy hour lets out, I go home.
What clicks in your head to do that?
Watching, well, time in a way. Happy hour here can go from 5 to 9 or 5 to 8, sure. 5 to 9, right? So when the DJ starts throwing on more rap music, more modern or new rap music, because at first, the line dancing is happening. They play the 90s BDB Poison. You're still in happy hour mode. But when it's time for the young kids to come
energy,
in,
man.
they switch it to the new rap music. Whatever's new. Like back then, it was maybe Gucci Man, and I like Gucci Man, or Jeezy. This is when they were fresh. Young Jeezy and Gucci was fresh. So they start playing that music. They would start playing some of the local Dallas street rappers. Yeah. And then you would see the guys in line coming in, and somewhere down the line, you would smell blunt smoke. In the club, you would smell the blunt smoke. You see the young girls coming in, dressed real scantily, which I ain't got nothing against. I love sexy women, young or old, love sexy women. But
how
it was
old is this nigga?
demeanor,
He tell his stories
the demeanor
like
of the
65.
people. The demeanor, it got mean as well. So
yeah, he's at least in his 50s.
Man, bro, well, shit, I'm damn near in my 50s, Dr. Hood. I'm right there. So, man, I hope I wasn't in high school with this nigga. This nigga's like old, like he don't even talk like we talk. He remind me of like my grandfather. Bro, he gotta be way older than me, dog.
Sell out, man. I mean, you up there making your cheese now. You act like you can't come back and kick it with a nigga.
And that nigga said,
I can't. And I don't know. Call me
MRMs, I don't know.
And then, and y'all hear the reaction was.
That nigga said, poison.
He remember the club. He remember the club, don't he?
Memories. That nigga said, poison.
Hey, that was his. Hey, Dr. Hood, that was his song.
Hey,
Yeah,
he
that's
said
real.
Hey,
He got memories.
he took that shit to another
Yes,
level.
indeed. That was his joy.
He remember that night at the club.
He remembered that night.
Woo. That nigga, man, shit. That boy.
And we go to the clubs, man. We hire bottle service and this, that, and all of that. But I saw so much debauchery. I was just like, man, I can't. I'm like, these are adult, 30s and 40s people coming in there doing all types of nonsense, man. And I'm hiring all the talent. I was like, man, I can't do this. This is terrible. So after 22 years old, man, I never set foot in another club because it was whack, man.
After 22 years old, you never
He
stepped foot
lying.
in a
You
club.
hear how he said it though? He never stepped foot in another club. Like he had to think
He's an
about
incel.
yeah, he lying. That
He's
nigga
got to
know
be
he been
an
in the
Great
club.
incel. You hear
He's
this?
got to be an incel.
You hear this shit?
I hope I didn't get that. I didn't get that. I didn't hear him right. That nigga didn't say that after the age of 22, he never stepped foot in a fucking club. I didn't hear that, did I? Nigga.
Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to?
So you could get some fucking pussy so you wouldn't look like an incel. That's why. That's why you would do that, bro. It don't take no rocket science.
Man, I'm not saying I didn't go to any parties or anything. It was just the club.
Yeah. I want to ask you a question, Blacks.
Go ahead, bro.
You're in Chicago, right? Or from Chicago, right?
I'm from Chicago, yes.
Because I got buddies. One of my best buddies, he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of cats from Chicago. A lot of cats from Chicago came down to Dallas back in like the late 80s, early 90s. They came.
Yeah, that's
down.
where I'm at right now. But go ahead.
Man, this dude, man. Man. And he ain't even said nothing wrong, but he's got this porn, like he just watching too much porn, bro. The masturbation is fucking up his eyesight. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, you gotta be kidding me, bruh.
All right, so I want to ask you this. Chicago has always had this gang culture.
Yes.
And this is before rap, because what I loved about dudes from Chicago is that they had that street, but they listened to house music. And I loved house music. This was before rap. This was before rap. They was jamming house music, but still, Chicago is one of the hardest gangland cities next to LA. They're kind of like neck and neck.
Vice Lords, Blackstones,
Four Corner, the 213 click, the Four Corner Hustlers, the Latin Kings,
Four Corner
GDs, VLs,
BD, Four Corner Hustlers are Vice Lords. Latin Kings are Vice Lords. It's ridiculous and it's insane. And it is especially in the 80s and 90s, gang culture out there was life.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
So we can't attribute that wholly solely to the music, because those dudes, I know they were house heads. They listened to house. Matter of fact,
they also listened to like my brother. I'm not ashamed to say it. My brother was hard in the gang lifestyle. My oldest brother is 49, and then the one right under him, he's 10 years older than me. He's 46. And he was steeped in Vice Lord. I mean, the man, that's what he did. And the problem, and he wasn't raised that way at all. He just decided that that's what he wanted to do.
He's moving the goalposts, bro. This dude's moving the goalposts. He's deflecting. It ain't, them dudes wasn't listening to that gangster rap shit. They was listening to house music, but they was still on some gangster shit. So, I mean, then, this guy is moving the goalposts.
I just remember they were listening to house music, yes, but the majority of the music they were listening to was underground rap, and at the time, underground was Twister and Legit Ballers. At the time, they were underground.
Oh, at that time.
And then Common, but then they were also listening to a lot of the West Coast rap, a lot of the Tupac, a lot of the, and also I can't think.
Like the Death Row and all that.
Huh?
Death Row artists, all the Death Row artists.
Death Row, you know, Dr. Dre. Yeah.
But I was talking about before that came. I was talking about before that.
Because this dude, he don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? We had to get up on here. I never know how the show's gonna go. I never really care to know, but I know it's gonna be a good show. My brothers pop up on me. You know, this is terrible situation as we're starting to get people have seen graphics. You know, I've seen stuff all on YouTube about it. You know, it's a horrific event. We got to hear from both sides. We streamed, the regular Dr. Hood show. Then we coming back, doubling back, attacking that algorithm. Appreciate all the support, but it's a bigger issue. I think it's the way we're looking at each other, this type of activity. You think that, to be cool, I got to be in Houston. I got to be doing all of this, few things the brothers were saying. Because we all brothers at the end of the day. They just think differently and they haven't been through shit. So their views are going to be a lot different than, your typical logic that we come with. They flying off the handle saying, different stuff. But if the youngsters is listening, I mean, the people ain't just riding with you just because you're black. It's time for us to shape up. And, so these dudes they ain't got no content to talk about. We get our shit together. And we all got solutions of what we could do. Ownership is one.
These niggas is just so unproductive, and that be the thing. Like, I just don't feel like they really care about us. Even when they say a good point, it just seems like it's not coming from a place of caring. It's like something just contrary, which of course we know we got to do the opposite of what we're doing. But, just some of the inflammatory shit, the stressing of they're not tough. Oh, they got punked for 450 years. Man, bro, you must be trying to you can't be saying that for us to straighten up and fly a certain way. That's that's like a different type of challenge. That challenge isn't even rooted in growth, man. That was just flat out self-hate. And man, that's the shit we need to stay away from. The last thing we need is any type of self-hate. It ain't gonna get us nowhere.
Yeah,
and anybody trying to push that shit, we need to condemn them because, man, it ain't gonna get us nowhere. We don't need no self-hate. Black people don't need that shit right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Quavo's in a lot of pain right now.
So that shit was about a basketball. They was arguing about basketball, huh?
That's what he say, but I don't really know. I'm gonna look into it more.
Man, if that's the case, bro, I mean, wow. Is that stupider than dying over a dice game? And I'm not in. I mean, Takeoff. He was just, whatever. He was there, wrong place, wrong. But I'm just saying, man, bro, that's something where you could have just not engaged it. Hey, bro, what did Nilly Fuller say? We shouldn't even be talking to anything about anything unless it's to solve a problem.
Right. Shouldn't be talking about nothing.
We shouldn't even say hi to each other if we don't plan on solving a problem after we speak. Because sometimes saying hi to each other just leads to problems. We're that broken.
Yeah, you can't even go to your mom's and hang out without an argument. You know?
Yep.
Shit crazy. But nothing.
Yeah, we can't agree to disagree. That's what it is. You have an agreement and it turns inflammatory. You start, you know how it is, man. You don't know what you're talking about, and sometimes you just gotta disagree with people, man. Like the brother was on earlier talking about Kemet and all them other stuff, and I was just like, man, you know, you gonna open up the gate for a whole debate.
Which you know what, I'm gonna keep it real. I would prefer that over us just regurgitating the same talking points. Like that just goes to show when you come up in here, I know what we said we was gonna talk about, but we might take your ass all the way to Kemet.
We might go around the block on
Yes, sir. Yeah, we gonna take you to the Coptic church, all that shit. I thought we was here. We're here for everything. Sit your ass down and get this information. As a matter of fact, play Zapsters. Doctor, can you cue up that? What was hey Cuddy, was you around for Zapsters, bro?
No.
You're gonna love this. This is right up your alley, sir.
These are Zapsters, man.
Telling you, Cuddy, man, you gonna love Zapsters, bro.
Zapsters.
Telling you, bro, my nigga. Anybody in the audience, man. This is the entertainment we fuck with. Now watch this Zapsters.
Yeah, now this is the truth. And I should have did this one on the stream earlier, really. But we're gonna bring it up every now and then. This is gonna be
we had forgot we was popping it so tough, man. I was
no, we was on it. But now this is appropriate for the after stream. It's appropriate for the after stream. Let me get on Zapsters.
If you do not understand white supremacy, which is racism, what it is and how it works, everything else that you understand will only confuse you. Only confuse you. Only confuse you.
I know you. I know your father, your grandfather. I had them in chains. You can get in each other's face. You can run around with your little 9mm killing each other. Don't you get in my face at all. I'll let you talk and act. Sometimes let you talk and act up to me. But remember, I'm letting you do this. Because I don't have to let you do anything, including breathing. And there's nothing can stop me. And you don't know anybody who's big enough to do it. So quit acting. And that's what I say in the books that I've written. We need to stop being actors. We're always talking about keeping it real. That's black people in the Northwestern Hemisphere. But we're the most unrealistic people on the planet. Quietly looked upon as a bunch of jokes. But people talk nice to us because they don't want to be bothered with us. They'll talk nice, but at the same time in their thoughts, they couldn't think anything else except these people are just about completely worthless as any creatures can possibly be. And how do I say that? I'm talking about this is the voice of the white supremacists now. Because I have made them that way. The only way they get to be worth anything is when I make them worth something. I tell them what they're worth. They don't know. They don't even know what to do with themselves when they get up in the morning, except what I tell them. go here, go there. That's the only time they make sense. Other than that, they don't know anything. And proof of it is I can say, hey, I'm going to make some hats out of hubcaps. I got surplus hubcaps in my warehouse on some cars that I haven't even manufactured yet. And I don't know what to do with those surplus hubcaps. I don't want to throw them away. I got millions of them. But I got a bunch of black people out there who are just looking for something to do. They don't know what to do. They just look at this great big universe, a great big world. Look up and down the streets. They don't know what to do or where to go at any given moment. So I always, as usual, find something for them to do. So the next thing I'll do is the little money I've allowed them to have, I'm going to take these hubcaps that I ordinarily would put on some cars, and I'm going to say that they are no longer hubcaps, that they are hats. And I'll have all these millions of black people walking around with these hubcaps on their heads. And give it a fancy name like Zapsters. And people will be asking, what's a Zapster? Hey, man, that's the new hats, man. I mean, you square. You don't know what's up. You don't know. You haven't bought you a Zapster yet? $800 a piece, man. I got 2 of them.
Look at his pants.
My buddy got them at a discount. He works over there where they got the stuff stored. And some white supremacists, about 23 years old, right out of college, thought up the idea. We'll sell them to the black people. We don't have to throw them away. Call them Zapsters. What's a Zapster? That's a hat that black people wear. That's their identifying thing. They always need something to identify themselves with, as if their skin color doesn't identify them enough. They always got to have something artificial, something that I made up. Or if they make it up, I'll be the one who will control it, and I'll sell it to them for the little money that I allow them to have, and have them out here killing each other to have them. And a name like Zapster would be appropriate, too, because they'd be zapping other black people trying to get them. Put 5 shots in somebody and grab that Zapster. Keep it in the closet for about a week and then come out wearing it. A hubcap. That's the way millions of us think. Rather than say, wait a minute. I'm not doing nothing of the kind. I'm not going out and buying none of that stuff. I'm not going to even wear it if they give it to me. I'm going to start doing some thinking for the first time in my existence on my own.
Damn. Neely Fuller. Zapsters. We zapping up the community for these damn Zapsters. You know.
Hey, Bryce.
That was deep, man. Yeah.
Hey, Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
Are we Zapster crazy, Cuddy?
That's crazy, man.
I see. Bro, it's funny because I stumbled upon that shit years ago, and I remember we had this talk, and I was all like, that shit Bryce was talking about, how they could come out with something stupid, something ridiculous, and we know it, and it'll go.
And we'll be the faces for the goofy shit.
I'm gonna even go this far, not to even attack black business, because it was a black man who came up with it, but Spreewells, right? Them spinners.
Yeah.
Though, how dumb were those, Dr. Hood? He done stepped off. Hey,
But
Bryce,
you know, who was gonna be who was gonna be buying them.
You knew who them was for.
Yeah, that's no doubt.
All the way to where they came out with a pair of tennis shoes with spinners on them. I said, come on.
That's
Man,
for our
what is we
kids.
doing?
Yeah.
That's when I realized, like, these niggas, they really will sell us anything and we'll buy it. What the fuck do you need a pair of shoes with a spinning hubcap on it for?
Well, we buy it. We're the one who buy up all the Jordans and stuff, though. Anyway, not all of them, but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Desiring to buy, man. I don't know. It's all they can almost sell us anything as long as they it's almost like as long as they make it seem like it's ours. You know what I mean? Like it's our shit. And like you said, even if it's some spinners or some clown shit, we just buy it.
Yep, no purpose. It'll serve no consequence. It won't even like improve anything. I understand something that improves, performance or some shit like that. But when we just getting this shit just for no reason, I mean, like me, for instance, okay, I fuck with a lot of Forces and Jordans, but I'm a reseller, right? But I'm a different type of reseller because what I do, I get shit and hold it, and then I'll sell it for a profit, but I won't rake you over the coals. Like, I don't buy shoes and sell them at a 150% markup and all that crazy shit. What I do, I get shit, and then I let somebody who, first of all, I only sell shoes to niggas who wear them. So even though I'm a reseller, I don't deal with resellers.
Or collectors? What you mean?
Well, yeah, I deal with collectors, but at the end of the day, whether you collect or not, these shoes are to be worn. Like, because the trouble that I went through to get them, all I wanted to do was make sure somebody could get them who wouldn't normally get them, because a lot of people don't know how to go about getting these joints, and they just don't, some people just don't know. There was a point I didn't know. There was a point I literally couldn't get a pair of shoes I wanted. I wasn't in tune with how things was working. Now that I'm in tune with how things are working, the first thing I did, I got my little collection up. Now I just grab shit, and sometimes there might be shit for hella cheap. I'll get a bunch of little kid shoes, pass them out to our cousins, buy my nephew's shit, whatever. Or I might have something. Oh, what size you wear? I wear this size. Yep, I got these for you right here. That type of shit. But yeah, I'm not one of them dweeby ass collectors who, bro, I don't be going to sneaker con, and I don't be knowing all the names of these shoes. I just know they got shoes that they get draws for. Then they got shoes that you got to try to reserve. And I know them as the pairs that always go up in price. Okay, cool. I'll get those. I'll get them. I'll hold them for a few months. Wait till they go DS. Then I'll let some people know, yep, I got these shoes. Oh, I've been looking for those. Yep, I got you. Yep, here's what they going for, but that ain't what I'm charging you. I'm gonna charge you this. Oh, bro, that's love. Yep, it's cool. But we get a bunch of shit we don't need.
That's what it is.
We get a bunch of shit just for the sake of
saying we got it. Yeah,
right. There was a point, Cuddy. I had so many pair of shoes. I just said, man, I'm selling a bunch of these. I'm never gonna wear them. I'm always working. What the fuck do I got them for?
I got shoes like that too, man. In the box, under shit. We just running into them like, damn, I forgot I even bought these. Ain't even gonna wear them.
Bro, that's how I even became a shoe reseller, Cuddy. I had so many pair of shoes. I said, man, you know what? I might as well start selling these off. And I only get stuff that I can either resell or is gonna maintain its value. I don't get trendy shoes. I don't buy shoes that they're expensive now, but they're not gonna be worth shit. No, I only get shoes that retain. They need to be worth what at least what I pay for them when I go to sell them. If I do sell them. And that's another thing. We be big consumers. We'll get labels that don't stand the test of time. Right? Like I be thinking about during the 90s and early 2000s, how many brands we fucked with that they didn't really have no resale value. It was just a name. It was like some shit, but you couldn't really do nothing with it once you got it because
Because it was one of them here today, gone tomorrow. Yeah, it was one of them. Yeah, it was one of them startup
some fly by night shit.
Mm-hmm.
And man, to be honest, clothes is one of the biggest things my people get hit on because black people wear hella trendy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, most of these labels that niggas is wearing, bro, I don't remember none of these dudes growing up, bro.
No, are you kidding me? This is what's crazy about all these labels and stuff, man. We didn't know about these labels. It was more like rich white women that knew all these brands,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
I didn't know nothing about all these velour and I get Prada and all these different. I didn't know nothing about these brands, and didn't care.
Yves Saint Laurent and Balenciaga, man, bro. Like, I don't know how long these things been out, but they've been out long enough. I had heard of Louis. Yeah, sure, I had heard of Gucci. I think, I had heard of Dior or whatever, but
Dior and I mean, but I'm just saying we them wasn't we wasn't really we seen the brands. We was you know what I mean?
Right.
We was familiar with the brands or the logos.
Right.
But
I only knew what Versace was because of that lion shit, and it was just so loud and obnoxious. But besides that, man, bro, I ain't know shit about no Versace. Nigga, I remember I thought Coogee was designer. You feel me? Nigga, I didn't know shit about that world. I used to think Coogee was designer, bro.
I mean, Carl Kanai was our designer wear.
Yep. That's a fact, bro. Carl Kanai was designer back then.
Yep.
Fubu was damn near designer.
Yeah, but Fubu kind of blew up into more of a. It seemed like Fubu was almost like a sportswear. Because you know what I'm saying? Fubu had all them jerseys and stuff. That's really how they kind of blew up.
Yeah, but then they had that Fubu Platinum with the Fat Albert and all that shit. And
yep, that's right. That's right. Because I heard Damon John talking about that. It was the Fat Albert brand that blew him up. But yeah, that's why it's funny. You think about it. That's what a lot of these That's what a lot of these young rappers is doing though nowadays, man. I hate to, you know, shift it over on them, but that's what a lot of them is into, man. These designer wares and these jewelry and this resemblance of I'll just say not masculine activity. Can I say that? I think I'm losing y'all.